Hi, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited for you to join us as we raise funds for Doctors Without Borders as we play some D&D in a very mysterious masquerade game. Doctors Without Borders is an amazing organization who cares for people affected by conflict, disease outbreaks, natural and human-made disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in over 70 countries nationwide. Not nationwide, 70 countries worldwide. There is a Tiltify link in both our Twitch chat as well as our YouTube chat that takes you to a secure donation link where you donate directly to Doctors Without Borders. And while you're there, you'll see some very fun incentives that you can help us by shaping our game. If you donate $10 or more, you can give anyone on screen that you see a reroll. I say that with a caveat. I don't think that Bree needs rerolls. So if
Oh,
everyone is cool with it, we're just going to say no rerolls for
oh,
her.
I see how it is.
Yep. For a $25 donation, same thing. You can give anyone an auto success, a nat 20, just not to Bree because she doesn't need it. For a $35 donation or more, you can give a player a magic item. Bree has a really fun list of magic items, so please help out your players by donating that. For $50 or more, you can name the next NPC that Bree has to use. We're thinking like Billy Bo Bob, not slur 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 slur. Like, let's keep it appropriate and kind, y'all. And finally, if you donate $100 or more, everyone gets a magic item. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I have done so this again where I have, unfortunately, a thing up that is D&D in a unfortunately, y'all just heard me talking in two times. So sorry about that. I did not realize that I did not
Uh-oh.
exit out of the stream to check to see if we were live. Anyway, I have gone through all of the incentives. And just so you know, the first $250 are still being matched by Bogus Cheesecake, an Alaskan based TTRPG company making unique content and systems, as well as Death Roll Show, a horror TTRPG actual play using special effects to bring your nightmares to life. It was supposed to be premiering today on YouTube. Unfortunately, it is premiering tomorrow instead. The killer got loose and killed our editor. You know, that sometimes just happens and you got to roll with it. So we are death rolling tomorrow at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time instead. And finally, everyone who donates today gets entered into a drawing to win a $50 gift card to Heartbeat Dice because you're all dice goblins and need more dice, and we know this, as well as the TTRPG system Locus by Cobblepath Games. Thank you so much for the donation, Evie. We really appreciate it. And someone is going to be very happy to use that reroll. With that being said, friends, my name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and today I am playing um I'm playing Sin Diesel, and he is a changeling who sometimes presents as a tiefling. Anonymous, thank you for the donation. Someone is going to
Ooh.
love that reroll.
Me,
Sometimes
obviously.
Sin sometimes presents as a tiefling, sometimes as an Asimar, sometimes good, sometimes evil. And so he uses he, him pronouns. And I will popcorn it over to Jewel.
Hi, I'm Jewel. Today I'm going to be playing Sabrina Moriarty. Sabrina is a Shadowkai elven sorcerer, and that's all you get to know right now. Klaus?
Oh, well, hi. My name is Klaus von Holmo, he, him, and I will be playing Alistair Sangfroid, former elven noble, current elven bounty hunter extraordinaire. And yes, we'll see just what kind of trouble I get into, but I'd love to know more about you, John John.
Oh, hello. I am John Johnson. I use they and any pronouns, and tonight I will be playing a Minotaur bard named Bulgogi. And I'll pass it to you, Brie.
Hello, everyone. Greetings, greetings. I am Brianna, but I go by Utahime on the social of the medias. And that's where you can find me, Utahime Cosplay, pretty much everywhere except on the app formerly known as Twitter. You can find me at Brianna DaCosta there. And tonight, I am your humble, very new DM that's going to be leading these amazing adventurers on quite a thrilling journey. Now, are we ready to begin? Well, my friends, the time has come. Let's begin tonight's adventure, the mystery of Dubonnet Manor. Now, our grim tale begins in the bustling town of Hilford. The streets are filled with people going about their day. A finely dressed tailor shop owner welcoming customers as they enter. There's a few local kids running about playing, probably causing a bit of mischief. You spot a drunk person or two stumbling around who's yet to recover from the shenanigans at the local pub the night before. Nothing feels out of the ordinary, except that there's this uneasy feeling in the pit of your stomach that hasn't left you ever since you got a letter regarding your friend Horace Fell's disappearance. Now, the letter that each of you received was from a gentleman by the name of Facus Cherrywood, who claims to have been rather close to Horace and was concerned that he never showed up for their meeting. He claims that Horace has not been seen or heard from in a week. Mr. Cherrywood says that he suspects foul play, but will explain further if you agree to meet him in Hilford. And it's at the utmost importance that you assist him in finding your mutual friend. He ends the letter with the address to the Marigold Inn. This is when the camera would pan over to our adventurers. I want each of you to describe your characters and let us know how you're entering the town and heading to the inn. Or are you already in Hilford? Let's begin with Alistair Sangfroid.
Alistair is an elf about just a bit over 5.5 foot tall. Very elegant, very chiseled. Really into his appearance. Everything's nice and neat in the suit, covering the bit of armor he has on. He has a dagger and a saber at his side and perfectly coiffed hair. And he moves around with the air of someone who is very confident of his importance and stature in the world. And yeah, he's probably just casually glancing around the area, taking everything in and turning his nose up at it ever so slightly.
All right. And then the camera would pan over to Sabrina Moriarty, who's, are you walking alongside someone also?
Yes, I'm a little behind our bulgogi. And Sabrina is a very tall, about 6 feet. She has dark green hair, ashy gray skin. She's from the Shadowfell, so she is always halfway between a little alive, a little not alive. She's covered in black tattoos, all random parts of her body. Some are silly, some are more sinister, some are very meaningful. Sabrina's vibe is kind of Black Cat on the outside, but a little soft on the inside. And someone who pays attention to these kinds of things would notice that she probably comes from status, from the way that she carries herself. But at the moment in this town, you know, she's maybe more invisible than she would be in that world.
All right. Transitioning to your friend, Bulgogi. What would they see?
I think Sabrina might be a little bit more invisible at the moment because Bulgogi takes up a lot of space. It's very, as a 6 foot something, maybe 7 feet, I never decided, like tall minotaur with a glamorous swooping mane and like a a similar outfit to what I'm wearing, like a button-up shirt and vest, like very a troubadour-esque, like even like a jaunty sash and like I don't know, epaulettes today, let's say. And I think as he is a performer of some renown, I think he was noticed immediately and in entering the village where he has been before, if I recall correctly. And so I think people are already swarming around him and like giving him things and like gifts. Oh, is that me? Am I making a bad noise?
Oh, no. That was probably a dog in a distance, barking because even the dogs are excited that you have arrived in town. You hear some bustling of, oh, is that Bulgogi? Oh my goodness, I have to get something signed. Grab my broom. And you just see people grabbing things and then running and, oh, I'm a big fan of him. Come on, let's go. They're coming and just swarming you as you're entering.
Yeah, and I think this is old hat for this Minotaur, and so I think he's like signing brooms and chairs and pots and whatever is headed over him, and is like simultaneously receiving gifts in the other hand, and just like, oh, and handing it to Sabrina. So there's just like, here's a fish, here's a basket of apples, and just like is like immediately handing them off to Sabrina, whom he assumes is one of his roadies.
And Sabrina is immediately handing them off to anyone who will take them.
So just the whole chain occurring as he's signing with one hand and just passing gifts off.
There's a kid that's like, thanks, lady, and then just like grabs whatever you just like, if it was like a signed apple, whatever it was, and just like runs off. Now, as this scene is unfolding with this large crowd forming around Bulgogi and Sabrina, the camera pans over to a certain Sin Diesel.
Yeah, so Sin has been in town for quite some time on, we'll call it business. Sin is a very, very tall masculine person, between 7 and 7.5 feet. 7 and 7.5 feet, depending on how they want to present. And sometimes they look like a tiefling, sometimes they look like an Aasimar. Today they look like a tiefling. Today they look like an Aasimar. They look very presentable with their nice darkened angel wings, their nice golden shiny halo. His eyes are lighter green today, and he's wearing a very nice light green with dark embezzlements outfit that looks quite fancy. He has a book that is covered in snakes that he doesn't typically let folks see, and I think that he would see the crowd amassing around this celebrity who has recently played for someone that he knows. And he would just kind of lean back and watch.
All right. So are you now all heading in that direction, or have you stopped to kind of just take in the sights at the moment? Are you heading to the inn? All right. Who arrives first?
Oh, I think Alistair has ignored this whole crowd. He, sees people crowding around a celebrity and is just like beneath me, and has already headed over to the inn and everything to order a wine they may or may not have.
Amazing. And this establishment is very humble looking. It's a large cottage like place, most of the inside. It's like wooden chairs and tables, very small bar. But, it seems like it's stocked with what it should be okay wine, or, decent. You're approaching, and are you going up to the bar right away?
Oh, yes. Need a drink to deal with this immediately.
How can I help you, dear?
Yes, I was wondering if you have perhaps an elven white, perhaps some of the finer dwarven reds that you can only find out in the east, perhaps.
Will you settle for a halfling, semi-red?
What you've said has me both intrigued and aghast, but I will say yes.
I'm really sorry. The guy who usually stocks our bar, my name is Addie, by the way. I'm the one who runs this place. He went missing about a week ago, so we're making do with whatever we can grab, to be honest.
Interesting. Did you notice anything this person was saying or doing that was off before they went missing?
Oh, no. Roger, sweet as pie, just does their job, drops off whatever we need, and then skedaddles. So nothing out of the ordinary except for the fact that missing his different stops here in town, which is not like Roger. So we're all a little concerned. I mean, we all try to keep up with one another, treat each other like neighbors, and there's been a bunch of these things going on as far as disappearances are concerned. It's rather concerning, but I don't know. Let me get you that. Sorry, I'm rambling. Let me go get your halfling wine there. Like neighbors, and she pours this wine in this little wooden chalice and passes it off to you. She's a little halfling woman herself, kind of stout, gray hair, kind of pulled up into a messy bun. Her clothing, very, very, kind of just normal, nothing very special about it, just kind of, a nice little skirt and top to kind of just like worry about work and nothing more, nothing less.
He'll take note of all this and everything, kind of glancing around the bar and just sort of mindlessly push a gold piece over to her, so.
Oh, this, oh my goodness, it's not that much. A silver piece will do.
I need you to have confidence, Addie. Confidence sells.
Oh, well, someone as fancy as you coming into our establishment here. I mean, I'm just not used to seeing someone of your stature,
You have a celebrity outside in town. Things are probably going to get busy. People will pay whatever they need to pay to get drinks when that celebrity's in. You charge whatever you can get, Addie. Take from this world whenever you get the chance.
Well, I know how to take pearls when I hear them, so thank you very much. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No. I'll let you know.
All right, then. I would like you to roll a perception check for me.
Boop, boop. Terrible. First roll of the game is a crit fail.
Was it a nat 1?
It was a nat 1.
Okay, let's just say that this halfling wine, that semi-red, is hidden harder than most of the reds that you've had before. Maybe even a little bit harder than dwarven wine. You're not sure what Addie put in this thing, but it's definitely you feel a little bit of tingling in your throat as one of our other adventurers enters. Who might that be?
I think I'd probably grow a little bit tired after the first couple minutes of seeing people say, "Oh my god, sign my chicken wing," and then Bulgogi saying, "Okay, here you go," and then just the passing around, going back and forth with all of the things being signed. And so he would get up and slowly walk over to the bar.
Oh, we got lots of guests. You weren't kidding there, Alistair. Hi, how can I help you?
I think that Sin would make eyes with Alistair and then just go and sit somewhere else immediately.
Is Sin in a form that Alistair would recognize?
No. I don't think so. I think that you would recognize his tiefling form, not his Asimar form.
Oh, let me know if you need any help over there.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks. You would probably recognize the voice, though.
Probably giving the side eye a little bit and just occasionally glancing over with just,
Should I be worried? What's that with the glance there?
No, it's nothing really. Thought I
Okay.
heard something.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna go drop some biscuits over to that table over there. I'll be right back. Just let me know if you need anything. So Addie scoots off. Do we have anyone else who enters? Uh-oh.
John, we can tell
John.
that you're talking, but I think you're muted, my friend.
I did unmute myself. I think we will eventually, once we make our way through the crowd, enter the tavern. I think for the most part, Bulgogi's like road crew will like keep people from entering and swarming in too hard, but I'm sure Sabrina does not join them, I'm assuming, and we enter again. And
Yes.
Bulgogi does not pay any mind to it. It's just like, oh, and just keeps walking and will like seems unfazed by this level of like hubbub and just makes his way to a table and like scooches in and looks like way too big at a very small like bar table and is just seated there quietly waiting for the contact.
Addie instantly like notices you two come in and take a seat at the table. I'm assuming Sabrina also takes a seat, or are you staying? Okay. And Addie rushes over, kind of dusts off her her little apron. Oh my goodness! You are you're here. I heard word that you were going to be coming today, and this is wow. First time we've had a celebrity here at the Marigold Inn. Welcome. I'm Addie. I am the owner of this establishment. It is a pleasure, and I'm not sure who you are, but I'm sure you're also you look fabulous as well, ma'am. What can I how can I help you? She's like super nervous because she thinks she's going to do something wrong to ruin this moment. This is the highlight of the year for the Marigold Inn.
I think Bulgogi will like slowly reach up and like place a hand on hers and then look to Sabrina to order for him.
Bulgogi, I don't know how many times I have to say this. I'm not your personal assistant.
I don't understand.
I don't work for you.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm not on your payroll.
Why not? You should be paid for your work.
I-
We believe in labor rights.
Bulgogi,
Labor rights is very important, and dental too. Mhm.
Oh,
Mm.
I'm sorry. And she looks up at Addie. I'm sorry. I would love just any mead, anything. And Bulgogi, you can order for yourself.
And with bovine features, we'll look sheepish and then lean in and say, I don't know what anything is called.
Oh my god. Just get him whatever you get me.
Oh, okay, I'll get the house special. We have some beef stew and some of my homemade biscuits that everybody loves. It's a hit. And we do have some fresh honey mead that came in, and so I'll go ahead and grab that for you as well. Be right back. And so she heads off. I'm going to have the three of you who had just recently entered roll perception checks for me to see if you notice anything while you guys are sitting here at the table.
That's a 12.
Okay.
That's a 9.
All right.
And I'm so sorry. Does that include me, or does that include...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Sin.
Yeah, Klaus crit failed already. Klaus can't notice anything for the rest of
Yeah.
Oh, I see one thing, and it's this wine.
That's hidden different.
Well, I rolled a 4. Almost a 16.
All right. All right. So as Addie walks away, you notice Bovogi, you notice this individual with the fantastic wings. You notice, obviously, you see that Sabrina is not happy with the fact that, like, you just think that she's now your assistant
She's
for
not
some
getting
reason.
paid. Of course she's unhappy.
So she's frustrated right now, like, what? But you do notice that there off in a corner there seems to be a human gentleman who's kind of like dressed in dark green and like kind of with their hood up and they're kind of with their arms crossed, kind of seeming like they're kind of a little bit nervous, rocking back and forth, kind of looking out the window on the side in the inn, and kind of seeming like they're waiting for someone or something.
Yeah. I think Bulgogi will like lean down to Sabrina and be like, I was told that if you put your hood up, you are more noticeable. Without any reference to the person in the corner.
Wow, you're really learning, aren't you?
I'm very good at it.
Are you insinuating that's why you don't put your hood up when we go out in public? Because you could easily put on a hood, you could put on a mask. There are a lot of ways that we could disguise your identity.
Yeah, Bulgogi's gonna like look at you very like concerned and then like point at his horns at the mention of a hood.
You're right. You know what? You're right. You're right.
And like nods very sagely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then like points over to the guy in the corner and be like, see? Very conspicuous.
Oh, I bet that's the guy.
What guy?
The guy I'm here to talk to. The guy we're here to talk to.
So you do work for me. And he'll stand up and like walk over.
And I'll follow over.
Okay. You approach.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, are you a friend of Horace? Like the
And-
one I sent the letters to?
Big nod.
Yes.
How loud
Oh.
would Horace and letters be said? Asking for the people who definitely failed their perception rolls.
I would say that there's not really much going on. There's like probably only two other tables, and they're kind of having conversation, but they're not really loud. So it's not really busy right now. It was, I think, some of the people might have been drawn outside when there was a talk of Bogogi coming to town. So right now it's pretty. You can kind of hear conversation for sure.
I'll make it easier and just like with a big like presentational voice being like, we have arrived at the behest of your letters.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm really glad that you came. I'm Ficus Cherrywood. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Is your name Two Trees?
I'm sorry.
Bulgogi, you can't just ask people that.
I think both of his names are tree based.
I'm so sorry. Bulgogi doesn't
Oh,
really interact with
that's a
society.
joke. Oh, I guess yeah. I guess you're, yeah. I'm not really sure. I mean, I of course, parents named me, so you just kind of get the name that you're given. But I like it. So.
And then we'll look at Sabrina and be like, did you keep the name you were given?
Yeah, I did. Do you know my name?
It's Horace?
Oh my god.
No, it's
Oh.
Roger.
No, Horace is.
Oh, it's
gone.
Addie. Addie.
Oh.
I think at this point, Alistair might suddenly chime in and go, I do believe it's Sabrina Moriarty.
Well. Look who it is.
What on earth are you doing in this little town?
I heard about an old friend who might be in trouble. What are you doing back in town?
I have a client who has a friend who might be in trouble. How very interesting.
How very interesting. I have to say, it's nice to see you all grown up.
And it's nice to see you keeping fascinating company as usual.
Aforementioned fascinating company leans into Ficus and says, I detect subtext.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of maybe history, getting those vibes. But this makes it easier that you guys all are at least familiar with one another. I mean, I kind of figured because Horace seems to know everybody, especially in this town. That's why.
Seemed to know everybody. And I'll
Oh.
pull out my letter and say, Ficus?
Yes, Sherrywood. Pleased to meet you. We haven't formally, everyone. Well, I got Sabrina Moriarty. Your name, Alistair?
Alistair Sangfroid at your
Sangfroid,
service.
Yes. And then Bulgogi and.
At
Vin
Alistair's name, you see my eye twitch just a little bit.
Ficus will lean forward to Bulgogi. More history, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh no, my
subtext.
eye just itched. So sorry. Eyes.
Oh, not history, allergies.
Oh, allergies. It's, who knows? There's a lot of dust, and Addie really needs to get on top of that. But I mean, apparently she's down some of her usual employees because of what's been going on lately, which is.
And what
I mean,
has been
obviously-
going on lately?
Well, I mean, besides the fact that my pal has been missing for over a week, and he always shows up for our meetings, so that's definitely unusual. But the whole reason why he was leaving in the first place was to try to investigate these disappearances that have been happening around town. Just travelers, many of our townsfolk, even some of the merchants in the area. He wanted to try to look into the rumors of the disappearances. Apparently, rumor has it, and he starts getting quiet. He had reason to believe from sources that the disappearances happened to be outside of the Dubonnet Manor. I don't know if you know anything about Count Dubonnet. He passed away about 10 years ago or so, but Countess Kriva of Dubonnet has taken over the manor, but she's not to be trifled with, neither is anything on her property, so I knew it was a risk for him trying to take a look over there, but he wanted to go anyway, so yeah. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to contact you guys is because I need help. I need help trying to see, trying to get into this place, and just so happens that tonight is the night, the perfect night. See, at the Dubonnet Manor, they have something called the Brood Ball. It's like this huge masquerade ball, and it's always the heavy hitters and the noble scene who are invited to this thing, right? So it's one of those things where it's the perfect time with everything going on at least you guys, I can tell just by the way you guys look, you can definitely pull off looking like nobles. I mean, some of you may even be nobles, for all I know, but you guys definitely fit in to this ball better than I ever could.
With
Plus,
that,
yeah.
Sin will actually pull out like a horned mask and say, well, I was actually planning to attend tonight, so this is perfect.
Oh, you got an invite?
Yes.
Oh, well, that makes it even easier. Yeah, I did actually get some invites for you guys, but I guess we'll be needing one less. This is perfect, but I'm just putting it out there. I mean, you guys are dressed nice, but this place, I don't know if you guys heard the Net Gala. It's like that level of fashion that's required. So, unfortunately, I don't know if what you're wearing right now will be appropriate, but I'm sure you can find some nice digs. I'm certain of it, especially from the things that Horace told me about all of you. And make sure to have one of those fancy masks like your friend here, Sin Diesel. That's definitely necessary.
It's been a while since I've been back in town, but before the Count died, I mean, this family wouldn't be caught dead having something like the Met Gala.
Well, I mean, this isn't the Met Gala. It's far from it. It's even more exclusive. It's one of those things where, again, it's to have an invitation, a sin. This is impressive. I mean, it's not often that, especially someone who's far from this town. Yeah, I mean, you're not from around Hilford, are you? Or well, yeah, never mind. I won't ask those questions. However you got the invitation, it just makes it easier for you guys in the long run. So that's fine.
Yeah, Sin.
But no, this is like exclusive. Like it is invite only. It is a masquerade ball. But yeah, I hear things. You know, it's they go all out. It's so extravagant. It's like nothing you've ever seen, at least from what I've heard from the rumors.
We could just say that I know people, right? That works. Everyone believes me, right?
Sure. Yeah. I'm not going to ask any questions because
I like
the most
you,
important
Vicus.
thing is.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you. You know, I'm nothing. I'm not the man that Horace is. But
Was.
You know, I try.
You're great.
Wait, what? Do you know something that I don't know? Please tell me. I mean, nobody's found Horace's body. Please tell me that nothing. Oh my goodness.
I come from a family of law enforcers, and I'm really sorry to tell you this, Vicus. It's just that typically, if you don't find the person within the first 24 hours, that things lead to another, and we're probably looking for a body it's least likely that we're going to find Horace. Unless he's run away. Maybe he's gone off with someone. That's not the Horace I know, though.
I once went missing for 48 hours, but I was just at home.
That's not missing, then, is it?
No one knew where I was. That's missing.
Oh. Well, I'm glad you were found. At home. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just on the edge about everything that's been going on lately. Sorry.
I can tell you this. I am of the opinion that he's alive, but won't be for long.
It's a good thing you guys arrived when you did, and hopefully you can prevent that any danger from happening to anyone else in this town.
Have there been more?
Yes, that's several. I mean, at this point, I'm sure it's. I mean, oh my goodness, we haven't even kept an accurate count. It's been happening over the years. It seems to increase each year. I mean, right now it's probably somewhere, I don't know, 30. And for a town like this, it's not a huge town. It's significant.
And are we talking disappearances or dead bodies?
Just disappearance. Just no bodies found, no real trace. But apparently, I don't know where Horace got that lead. But I don't know if they did find something over at Dubonnet Manor. But I mean, every trail, any type of lead we have, we need to follow it. But let's just say, I hate to say it, I did get in trouble because I got a little too close to the manor. Ended up being threatened with getting arrested if I was anywhere near the property. So that's kind of also too why I need you guys, because I can't approach. But again, there's some awesome shops in this town, especially there's a specific Poochie's down the way over near the Excited Anvil. If you go over there, you know, I already told Poochie that I had some friends coming for some nice clothing, ones that are basically would fit in to this type of event. So yeah, here you are. The invitations for some of you who didn't already have an invitation. But, yes.
And so you've done a little digging, or Horace did a little digging. Did he ever tell you any key suspects? Any people to watch out for?
The only thing was that things seemed to lead back to the manor. There was no real proof if it was the Countess or maybe people on her staff. No one seems to know. At least I'd never heard anything about this before, but he was saying that he had some substantial proof that the source was of these disappearances had to do with the manor, and we were going to talk about it, but then never showed up. And again, it was over a week ago. So I'm really, I don't know. God knows.
Ficus, I'm so glad that you brought me here, because Horace is someone who has really helped me throughout my life, and Horace is also someone who knew a lot about this family. So I think if Horace was sniffing around up there, there's probably a lot more that we don't know. And if we make our way into this party, there's a lot of information to be gained.
I'm sure, Miss Moriarty. Or Mrs. I'm sorry.
You can just call me Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Mm.
Well, I mean, it's important for you guys to get a move on because, they're all about being punctual at this thing. So for nightfall. Also, too, you might want to try to look for, there's a place that's kind of near the front of the woods where they actually have carriages. You might want to get a nice one of those because you can't just walk up on foot. You get my drift.
We should get a move on because everywhere Bulgogi goes, there's like a 25-person lag.
Oh yeah, do you need one of these? And Ficus has like an extra cloak, but this one is like a dark brown that's like definitely larger size.
See?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Bulgogi will look and just be like, more conspicuous.
Oh my god. Whatever. I don't care.
Different idea. And is gonna cast Disguise Self and appear like a completely different Minotaur.
Nice. All right.
Are
You can al- you
Minotaur
could have always done this.
common in this area, Bree?
I would say not really. I mean, except for what's common is the popularity of Bulgogi, who is like the Minotaur. So everyone definitely is like always like on the lookout, thinking like, oh, it's Bulgogi. So technically, I think that they still will probably pay attention to this new Minotaur because it's just one of those things where they're like, oh, is that Bulgogi? They're gonna automatically just think, even if they're slightly skinnier or different color hair, it's not gonna matter. They're gonna think that it's like, a new persona for Bulgogi.
It's funny. Sin will stand up from the chair, the bar stool that they've been sitting on, and say, well, shall we go to Poochie's then?
To Poochie's.
Good luck, you guys. You're gonna need it.
And shall we meet you here tomorrow then, if we find him dead or alive? Or information?
Yes, please. I'm staying here. Addie set me up with a room. I do different, side gigs for Addie here. So I'll be here. If you can, please find me in the morning sometime, after all of the festivities, as it were.
Okay, ta-ta.
Goodbye.
Don't disappear.
I'll try. And then you see like where Ficus is like all of a sudden like looking behind them, like it was like, oh, like all nervous, and you see that kind of like shakiness in Ficus's hand.
Yeah, don't be nervous. That was encouragement.
Oh,
And we'll like turn to leave.
I very much doubt anyone will be disappearing tonight. I have my suspicions. But yes, let's head on out. Lead the way. And he'll like sharply look at Sin and gesture.
Yes, I will. And then he'll just walk out towards the door, not holding it for anyone.
All right, and you guys are heading in the direction of who knows where the excited anvil and Poochie's is located?
I do. I know where everything
Okay.
is.
All right, I figured as much. So yes, you all head in that direction of Poochie's.
I reluctantly end up being the leader of this group, despite my complete lack of interest in that title. And we head. I head into Poochie's.
Oh, hello, darling. How are you? I'm Poochie. Welcome,
Hi.
welcome in. Come in, come in. Don't be shy. Come in. Oh, fabulous. Oh, I can already. Oh, yes. Black is your color, darling. Yes.
Thank you. I have some folks trailing behind me. We need to get suited up for the ball tonight. I'm
Oh,
not even sure what it's called.
You cannot say the ball. It is the brood ball, darling, not the ball. It is the ball. But you can't just make sure to give it the proper title. Yes.
Right, capital B, brood
Brood.
ball.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
It's bigger than the Net Gala. Can you believe it? It's
Wow.
so exciting. The biggest thing to happen to Hilford. Anyway, this is my favorite time of the year because I get to dress so many fabulous people. I love it. Yes. What your friends? Your friends of Cherry Woods, correct?
Yes, exactly, Ficus.
Oh, okay. So, Cherrywood, we have a certain deal. So, whatever you choose will be on the house, but not really on the house. It's on their tab, of course.
Thank you so much to Ficus and you for arranging this.
Oh, no worries. It's my pleasure. Any of my garments being seen at the Brood Ball is, it's the highlight for me of my career. Oh, I see. Are there your friends entering? Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, and we have Bulgogi. Yes, a superstar in our midst. Oh, this is.
And I think
the
Bulgogi
best
will
day.
just shake his head and point at his hair as if to say that that's a different hairstyle and go, not Bulgogi.
I was told that the superstar is a Minotaur. Am I incorrect in my thinking? Or
In hearing
what I
like
heard-
superstar, will like sparkle, like anime sparkle, and be like, yes, I'm Bulgogi. Like immediately.
Okay, all right. I mean, I have lots of ears around town, and they give me lots of information, so I'm in the know about what's in and happening in Hilford. All right. So I want you to please take a look around, pick your items, and remember it is on Cherry Woods. Oh, on the house, on Poochie. So you are able to choose basically from all of the different garments in this place. So I want each of you briefly to describe what you end up choosing in the mask for your outfit for the Brood Ball. And I'll have any of you start first. Whoever has an idea of what they would like to look like for the evening.
Well, Sin already has his mask picked out. It is like a black, just over the nose mask, and then there are little horns that come out of it, all black. And then he is looking for a lacy black suit, and what he'd
Is it
really...
peekaboo or is it solid?
Yeah, he'd like to show off the skin.
Okay.
And what he'd really like is a necklace to wear that has like deep red jewels that kind of trail down underneath of the lacy black. Almost as if like there's blood coming down on his chest.
You will find that in the leather and lace section. So you found all of those items.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. Who's next?
Black silk suit with a purple trim, a nice cravat and everything, and some puffy sleeves, I think, and a nice little mask just like this.
Ooh.
Yes. Well,
Oh.
that's going to be hard to put on, but yeah.
That's the fresh and fancy section. Who's next?
I think
I would. You go ahead, Bulgogi.
first,
You
you
always
first.
do. No, you take up space.
okay. So I think for the mask, because it's a bit more difficult for someone with a non-humanoid face, I think it's going to be like something a bit lacy, but like has a unicorn horn. So it looks almost like transforming into a unicorn, but because he's still a bull, he's still got 3 horns now. So it just looks a little strange. But for the rest of the outfit, so he does look a bit more horse-ish, more equine than bovine,
Yes.
but tricorn, I guess. And then like I don't know, I keep thinking of like Gambit from the Hellfire Gala, right? So I think just like big open white coat, like. And when Bulgogi walks around shirtless, he's like a big jacked minotaur. But like underneath his fur, there's almost like gold trimming, like so like as it like sways around a little bit, there's just flashes of gold underneath all of that. And then like fairly standard like tuxedo pants, but with like the big flowing open tailcoat.
Okay.
And then a hole for the tail.
Amazing. That was in the pop star realness section.
Excellent.
And for you, Sabrina.
So Sabrina would like to be laced up, corseted, long black. What's the word? The kind of witchy. Oh, bell sleeves.
Bell sleeves.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
And for her mask, I'm thinking maybe like a very, very simple black leather mask. So nothing very assuming, nothing that someone would maybe, she's not trying to get compliments. She's just trying to fit in.
Okay. You got that from the Yennefer collection. Yes, you guys all go over to Poochie with your different selections. And Poochie's super excited. It kind of clips takes all the tags off of everything, and let me know, darlings, if you need me to style you. But I mean, I'm sure you're already used to styling yourselves. You all look fabulous. Please, I'm so excited. I hope you enjoy. Please tell me everything when you're back. Please. I live for it.
Thank you for sharing your lovely work with us.
Oh, again, it's a pleasure and honor. Thank you for wearing, my items so well. So happy.
Bulgogi, it's appropriate to say thank you now.
Thank you for your clothing.
Oh, it's a pleasure, darling. Have fun. Try not to get in too much trouble. just a little.
Before Sin leaves, he would go up, take her hands, and give her a genuine thank you, and then like blow her a kiss as he leaves.
Oh, flatterer. Oh. Let's talk later. I don't know if you're free for tea. Let me know.
You flirt.
I try. And Poochie goes, and there's another customer who trails in, and he's like, "Oh, darlings," and is distracted while you guys are leaving the establishment to head to the next spot, because you guys need a carriage. You need to put a way to get there, don't you? That was that area was going to be over kind of close to the woods, where usually the traffic is from people coming in from out of town. And the place in particular, there's a big wooden sign that says "Clean Getaway," and that is your your area to get horses and horse-drawn carriages and the like.
Sin takes the lead on getting us to Clean Getaway. He knows where that's at, for sure.
Of course. All right, and you approach. How can I help you there? Mm.
Yes, I'm on the frequent list. I need a carriage for the evening, please.
Wait, are you? Wait, hold on. I think I remember you from not too long ago. It was a. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Cullen? Cullen under the name Cullen?
Yes,
Okay, all right. Okay, what do you need?
just a carriage.
Something
for the-
fast, something.
Nope,
something
just
dangerous.
a nice carriage to go to the nice masquerade this evening.
Wait, are you talking about the brood ball? You can't just go
Yes.
into any carriage. Do you see these busted things? You need like something with gold and adornment or
And
something.
I'm hoping that you can help provide that, good sir. And
Now-
he's going to slide
Oh,
a whole gold coin
oh,
to
oh.
this man.
Now you're speaking my language. All right. I like the Cullens. You guys are fantastic. I mean, are you related? Or oh, sorry, I'm talking to. Okay, never mind. All right, shoot. Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go get the horses. Let me go get it. So he goes over. It's like this older gentleman, kind of like walking with a little bit of like his shoulders hunched forward. Very very nice guy, but you could tell that maybe he's done some shady dealings. Just a little bit of mischief in that face. Goes over to a certain area on the side where you can kind of see on like there's a lot of fancier carriages, like some that are like kind of adorned in silver. He gets one that's like this white and gold trimmed large carriage, and there's white horses that he also too leads to like hook them up to the carriage, and then they do bring the carriage out, or he does bring the carriage out to the front where you guys are at. Now, are you going to be needing somebody to lead the way, or do you guys know how to get there?
I'm gonna look at Sabrina.
See, I'm not fancy enough to be taking you guys there, unfortunately. I didn't get an invitation.
Well, I know how to get there, but is it, uncouth to be steering our carriage ourselves?
Well, I mean, for a fee, I can get a fancy
Slides
pants,
another gold coin to this man's
all
way.
Right. Get over here. We got a job for you. And then this is like kind of the person who's really dressed non-binary, dressed very very nice in this very fancy white suit, very clean cut, like silver hair, very very attractive individual. Hello, my name is Rai. I can be of service for you. You need to be escorted to the brood ball, I hear.
Yes.
All right, well, right this way. Please enter. Rai opens the carriage door for you all to enter. Does it very gracefully. Extends a hand to whoever needs help into the carriage.
Why, thank you.
Their
Yes,
hands
thank
are
you.
very soft and very, very well manicured. Everybody's in there, right?
Clamber on in, yeah.
All right. And we are off.
About 10 minutes or so out from the destination, I would like to do a thing as my lights go out.
Okay. Oh,
But yeah, I have a thing.
I mean, it's appropriate. It's nightfall, so
Yeah.
it's very appropriate. All right. So, yes, what would you like to do?
So 10 minutes out from our arrival, roughly thereabouts, I would like to cast Unearthly Chorus and then clamber up onto the roof of the carriage
Okay.
and just herald our arrival with like music, like K-pop music. So
I
I'll
love
be
it.
performing on top of the carriage as it rolls up to the ball.
Fantastic. It's flat, just felt flat enough too for you to like comfortably get up there to do your thing. Now, as you guys are in this carriage, you guys pass through the woods and you see the beautiful meadows at night that lead you further in the direction of the manor. As you continue, you'll pass what appears to be farmland and some stables that are seem to be a part of the Dubenets estate. And there is a large gate that you will see once away from the stables that appears to have been kept open given the special occasion. And your party will continue down a long road lined on either side with well-kept shrubbery and really colorful, beautiful flowers, leading to the entrance of the manor. And the manor itself looks huge, massive. Looks like it has multiple floors. You see that there are many guests already arriving, dressed to the nines. They're absolutely beautiful. And they're getting out of their fancy carriages, heading up to this large staircase where it seems to be 2 male servants at the top, elegantly dressed in red dress uniforms, hair pulled back, wearing elaborate golden masks, greeting each guest. And they seem to be, at least from what you can see, asking for invitations to be shown before entry. And you guys will, as each carriage kind of, empties out their passengers, you guys approach basically at the bottom of the stairs there, and Rai will get off the carriage and kind of do the whole song and dances before. Are you still performing this song while this is happening?
Oh yeah, 10 minutes
Okay.
out. I want to end like right
You're
as
still-
as Rai jumps up. I want the final chord flourish and the music and the spell will
Yeah.
fade.
And you will hear like applause as some people who were even walking up the staircase, they're just like, whoa, they have bulgogi. Oh my, they even recognize your music and they know it's you, and they're just so excited, and they're like, oh. So you hear all the clamoring and the applause as Rai extends their hand and tries to get you guys to dismount from the carriage, heading to the staircase.
Yeah, we'll hop down.
All right. And you guys head up the stairs?
I head up the stairs and I'm starting to get a little nervous because I am starting to recognize people that I grew up with. And this is not my favorite type of environment.
You hear some whispers kind of echoing a little bit. Oh, she thinks she can just show up looking like that. So interesting. When's the last time she's been around? No, I don't know. Who cares? You just hear kind of like the little whispers, but it's just loud enough when you're within earshot to hear the snide little comments and remarks.
I keep my head up because I'm here on a mission.
And you look fabulous, so why wouldn't you?
I'm going to be real wasteful, but as Alistair takes a little notice of like Sabrina hearing these people talk, I'm going to burn one of my 2nd level spell slots, and where those whispers are coming from, Alistair and cast silence.
Mm.
Oh.
And he'll just
okay.
quietly to Sabrina be like, that's better.
And you just, all of a sudden, you'll probably see those people, if you look in that direction, just, they are so confused. They don't know what just happened. And they're just like, looking around, trying to figure out what happened and where that even occurred. Are you guys approaching the 2 gentlemen at the top of the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the Brood Ball. Can I see your invitations, please?
Gonna look at Sabrina.
Oh my god. Bulgogi, you have yours. You have yours. You have yours.
And Bulgogi will like furrow the brow and then reach in, grab his invitation, and hand it to Sabrina.
Now is not the time for me to fight. I show both of our invitations to the doorman.
Okay, and the doorman kind of gives like a look of confusion, but takes the invitations nonetheless, kind of looks at them to verify that they're legitimate, front and back, and then kind of seems to do like a motion for you all to head closer inside. I'm assuming that our other 2 members of the party also to approach
Yes.
with the invitations. Same
And I
thing.
think I'm going to when I hand in my invitation, I feel like I'm going to cover my name as I push it into
Okay.
them.
Okay. They and are you still in the same? You're still in the same form, correct? With the wings.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And I think that the doorman there is kind of like looking at you and like you're the something a figure they have never seen. So I think the wings kind of distracted for a moment as you did that motion. And Alistair.
Alistair will be handing his over while saying, Alistair Sang-Froid of the Northern Sang-Froids. I am a bit disappointed in how long it took to get my invitation.
I'm sorry you feel that way, sir. I am not in control of that. That is the Countess and her staff.
Alistair, don't be mean to the staff.
Well, I'm not being mean to the staff. They can relay things back to their masters, can't they?
You know they won't.
We actually do. The Countess actually requires us to give any type of complaint or concerns to make sure to inform her, so that way we can improve upon things here. But please, if you will follow my friend here, and it's what the other gentleman will basically kind of motion you all to follow. And I'm assuming you all follow this individual into the estate. All right. So you follow, and there's also several other masquerade guests as well who are kind of going along with you guys into this area. And as you go in, this mansion is nothing like you've seen before. It's to the nines. Just everything is decorated beautifully in golds and reds. You're not sure. You think that some of these things are actually solid gold. You're not exactly sure, but you're passing through basically the outside. So you're not going inside necessarily of the mansion itself, but it's kind of like along the side, heading towards the courtyard. And it's a foyer that has a sprawling courtyard garden behind it. And there's about 24 masked guests who are circulating among, there's like overgrown plant beds. They're sipping champagne and exchanging pleasantries. Some might be whispering a little bit of gossip to one another. You notice that there is a crowd surrounded around this beautiful person. That you just notice the hairstyle is like very intricate. It's a beautiful brown hair that's done up in twists, and there's this beautiful extravagant red gown that she's wearing. She kind of turns, and you can tell right away she's a stunning lady. The details on the gown, it's like intricate golden embroidery. Her jewelry and shoes are a perfect match that complement this lovely outfit. She holds a handheld masquerade mask that looks like it's made out of pure gold. She appears to be the only one who doesn't seem to have her face covered. So you might get a hint that maybe she's someone of importance, possibly the Countess. There's also a gentleman, and this gentleman is very interesting. There's a certain presence about this person. They look like they're about 6'4". He's wearing a golden mask, but you can still tell he's undeniably handsome. And you notice that it's very strong jaw lines, full lips, but he has very pale skin. His long silver hair is pulled back into like a low ponytail. He's wearing the same elegant, deep ruby red dress coat and pant uniform with a white ruffled shirt, gold colored heel dress shoes. I'm gonna have each of you do a perception roll for me really quick.
7.
7. Okay.
16.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So the two who got a 16, you'll notice because this gentleman is wearing, it's just kind of a fancier version of what you saw the doorman and the servants who led you into the estate, what they seem to be wearing. But you notice the two at the 16, I think it was Alistair and Sabrina, that this person who it might be a servant or someone of higher status, but still someone under her, he's touching like the lower back, like it's kind of like a very weird placement of his hand that's very suggestive that it's not just a employer and boss situation. For Sin, you notice kind of like a glimpse, like briefly before he turns and kind of he seems to usher the beautiful woman kind of like into the manor. You catch a glimpse and you think that you saw like a flash of like kind of golden, like odd color eyes. You're not exactly sure. But basically those two go inside as they as it seems like the woman is kind of like, thanking whoever was in front of her, and they carry on. So you all are ushered to this garden area, and the servant turns to you all. Feel free to converse with the other guests in the garden. However, the manor itself is off limits. But the wine ceremony will begin soon. Enjoy. And they
before you
walk
leave.
away.
Before you leave.
Oh, yes.
Who was that beautiful woman and her very attractive attendant?
Oh, it's the Countess, of course. And that is her butler, Gregorian. I thought you would know that, being a guest of...
A very poor eyesight.
Oh,
and I lean very down because I'm probably much taller than them to like try to read their name, and I like butcher it on purpose to show that I have very poor eyesight.
It's Samuel. So if you say whatever version of Samuel,
Daniel. Thank you so much for your help, Daniel.
It's Samuel, but
Samuel. I'm so sorry. I can't. The eyesight. It's so poor.
And just like a nod, but like you could tell that Samuel was offended a little bit, and just kind of huffs and walks off to go about their duties. So at this point, the party is yours. You have a manor that is off limits, but a garden that's filled with guests in beautiful outfits and masks, and this beautiful garden, and there's some interesting shrubbery and plants there that you probably haven't seen before. There's a big fountain kind of in the center that's really elaborate and beautiful, and it has little cherubs kind of like where it's like the water spouting from their hands, and it's quite the scene. But everyone seems to be in a good mood, and they seem excited for the evening.
I would love to grab a flute or a beverage of some kind if there are...
There's people who are with trays, servants with trays, dressed kind of the same way as everyone else. All the other servants, same get up, and they're have their golden trays filled with these flutes with champagne. And but you can always ask probably for another beverage if you don't like that.
No, that's perfect. I'll just I want to start making myself comfortable. I'm gonna grab a flute of champagne, and I want to make my way over to the fountain. And if I can, I think I'm just gonna take a little seat on the edge of the fountain and listen to my surroundings and make myself look approachable.
Okay.
She looks so approachable that I approach her.
Oh, nice.
I too will grab a glass of champagne and walk over to Sabrina and say, "May I?"
You look so familiar.
And it seems like you look so familiar to the people here.
But I said you look familiar first, so
yes.
Technically.
But you have looked uncomfortable since we got here, and
well, that's...
I want to help you.
I can't decide if I like you or not.
That's not the first time I've heard that, and that's okay. It won't be the last. People can be catty, can't they?
Yes, they can, but a lot of people, it kind of runs deeper than that, you know, kind of runs beyond cattiness.
People can be cruel.
Well said. Very well said.
Well, if there's anyone that you know could use a little Eldritch Blast to their cup, let me know. It doesn't run out.
Thanks. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. I am a little scared tonight. Not just for seeing ghosts from my past, but I'd really like to find Horace alive.
And how did you know Horace?
Sabrina kind of, you can see her eyes glaze over a little bit with emotion. I knew Horace at a very difficult time when my family was, how to put this lightly, getting the hell out of Dodge. And he helped us safely get away from folks like these who would have loved to see all of our heads on stakes. So I'd really like to see him alive.
Absolutely. Well, here's to hoping that we find him alive. And
Cheers to that.
try to, initiate a little cheers.
Clink indeed.
Oh my gosh, is that you? Sabrina, how are you, doll? It's
Hi.
someone you know. You know this person. And for all of the annoying reasons that you know this person is because of the fact that they're known as if there was a gossip girl, the noble gossip girl, this is the equivalent of it. Nefereli Orangi is an heiress and a socialite who attends every grand party in the region. And she's always looking, and you don't even know, she came out of nowhere. So she basically came up. So that means she probably was listening. She was waiting for her moment to shine. But for the most part, she means well. It's just, she's trying to climb the social ladder, but it's good old Nefereli Orangi, who's wearing, she has her purple hair done up. She's dressed in brightly colored, loud silks. And she's very loud herself as she approaches. And on that note, we're going to transition over to Alistair and our Bulgogi. What are you guys doing? What are you doing?
I think Alistair would have taken the lead to bring a drink over to Bulgogi, who seems relatively lost without a little bit of assistance at time. And I think as he's bringing the drink over and handing it to him, Alistair just says, I want to get inside that mansion.
Would you like a distraction?
We should consider it, though. It might be good to talk a plan through with the others. As interesting as some of them are. But yes, I think we may
they
need
both
some
work for
kind of...
me.
Do they?
I think so. I have to make sure they get paid. Apparently they're not.
Yes. How is dear Sabrina doing?
Oh, that's her name. That's right. She's doing well. She's a very, very helpful person.
Yes, yes. And you're quite the talented performer. I've actually seen you in my travels. Very adequate.
I
You
feel
could
like I
play at an
remember.
elven court.
Elven Court sounds familiar. Are you this person? The and like in a perfect like imitation, it's like, hello, I'm Alistair Singford. Right? Like, was that you?
Yes, that would be me.
I'm Alistair. I like wine. Right? You.
Yes, I do enjoy wine. It's unfortunate so few places have what can properly be called wine.
Oh, are you? Oh, you guys. Oh, you're in for a treat. You know what's happening right in 1 hour, right?
A wine ceremony.
I haven't seen you here before, but it's so exciting. Yes, wine. Yes, but not just any wine. It's bloodwort
Yes.
wine. Oh, it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. It's euphoric. Just wait. I'm so excited to see how you guys respond. Okay, bye. And then it's just like this lady just flutters. She's already like drunk, but she's like excited that you get to experience it because she hadn't seen you guys before.
We have less than an hour to find these people, Bulgogi.
Yeah, they're probably gonna. I think that wine is their blood.
Yep. You're very astute when you want to be.
I just am concerned that there's not enough time for it to ferment properly, and we'll like start trundling towards the manor.
All right. So as you approach the manor, you see that the door, the entrance to enter in, the only one that the servants seem to be going in and out of, is guarded by two large gentlemen dressed the same as everyone else, but they're pretty big fellas. Yeah, so they're kind of like looking about, very serious, very stern. Seems like they're like really paying attention to all the goings on that's happening.
Yeah, so I guess this will be my go-to. I'm gonna turn to Alistair and be like, "Can you get the other two and sneak in?"
Yes, I'll go fetch them.
I'm not very sneaky, but watch this. And I'm gonna cast dancing lights above myself, all four little orbs to like sort of disco
Okay.
ball, but like very like romantic tones.
Okay.
And just approach the two guards and be like, "Want to make out?"
No, we're working. Sorry.
So am I.
There's plenty of people out there for you to make out with. We're not it.
You're both big.
And
I want to make out with big.
it's not going to happen.
Why?
Please return to the garden area. The wine hour will start.
Well, looks
soon.
behind him and like, I haven't left it.
But with the other guests.
And like, look at them and be like, but they're boring.
And they just stare you down, like, and then they look at each other and just look back at you. Don't say anything. They're super serious. They're not having it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back at Alistair and go, I'm out of ideas.
Alistair, like, just stares straight-faced for a long beat and then just... And he's going to go over to find Sabrina and Sin.
Now, did you want to have Bulgogi try again? But we might do a little roll-off. We can do that as well.
I'm down for whatever.
Okay, how do you want to convince, since Alistair is gathering the other two, how do you want to do this?
How do I want to do this? Like, I don't.
Are you
I'm
really
gonna-
trying to get them to make out with you? Is that a thing, or are you just trying to figure out a way to just?
I'm gonna
avoid the
seduce
door?
them with a song. I'm gonna cast Unearthly Chorus once again, and I'm gonna start singing my most romantic songs.
And tell me all of what, is that a saving throw that needs to be done?
So it is. So it's a 10-minute spell.
Okay.
Or rather, it's an action, but it takes 10 minutes. And then until the spell ends, I can make charisma performance checks with advantage. And I can
Okay.
use a bonus action on each of my turns to beguile one creature I choose within 30 feet of me who hears the music.
Okay. So it's like one person for sure would be basically into it.
One person every 6 seconds.
Every 6 seconds. Oh, okay. All right. So these two are not able to do a save.
I mean, I make blah blah. They make
Oh, we're seeing
charisma
if
saving.
you're-
They
okay.
make charisma saving
They-
throws.
Okay, alrighty. And what's the DC on that?
What is my DC? How do I math real quick? 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 3, so 14. DC 14 charisma.
14. All right, here we go.
Yeah. I'm a strength bard because that's how I'm built today.
Okay, all right. And then what did you roll for that? That
Well,
performance.
I'll make the performance check at
Production.
advantage. So that will be either a 24 or an 18. So I'll take the 24.
All right. Well, just so you know,
Ooh.
these guards are now utterly in love with you. We got a nat 1 on one of the dice, and the other one was a 6. So they
Nice.
are all of a sudden, they're like swaying, and they're like now like up on you, and they're like dancing and grinding, and they're in it. They're in it. I don't know what's happening, but they're like your backup dancers all of a sudden. You didn't
And-
even know these two could dance like that. These two
Yeah,
big
and
guys.
we won't do anything untoward or lewd with them because I feel some kind of way about that kind of persuasion. But we're gonna keep it in the performance. They're gonna be like the pips, and we're gonna be dancing and putting on a show for the people near the door.
Yeah, they're doing
And
like
that
these
will
like
last,
sexy moves next to you, and then they'll like do their own thing. And for some reason, they actually know the choreo for this. What is this song, by the way, that you're performing?
I mean, you know what? Let's say it's "Lion of Love" from Eurovision. Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know. Don't get us. Ignore Eurovision. If you're tuning in, we didn't say anything. It's totally not Eurovision. No. Of
Yeah,
course
so
not.
it'll be a cover of that.
All
And
right.
but that'll last for about 10 minutes, which should hopefully give the other three a chance to sneak by the now
Okay.
unguarded door.
So while that's happening, we're over with Sin and Sabrina and Neferelli, and Alistair now approaches as well. So how's everything been?
Wow, Neferelli, it is.
It's
to
been
see
too long. It's been
you.
too long. I need to hear everything.
So much to share. So much to share, and I'm sending Sin a look.
I'm raising an eyebrow and like doing a point on like, so like here's my glass, Neferelli is on the other side, and I'm like,
Like, oh, who's your friend? Hi, how's it going?
hi, I'm Sin, and I'm going to reach out to shake her hand. Does she have a glass in her hand?
She does not.
Well, this sucks. I am going to cast Toll the Dead on her. And
Okay.
she's just going to hear some weird bells. Hopefully it's going to cause her a headache. My wisdom save is 16, so it would be so sexy if you rolled a 15 or below.
Okay, let's find out. Poor Neferelli getting told of the dead. Yeah, that was a 7.
Okay.
So-
Well, then she is going to take 9 points of necrotic damage. And again, I'm hoping that it can just like wash over her like a headache.
Okay, how does it have any type of visual component to it, or is it just something that's inside
So-
in her brain that's what's going on?
You point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of a bell fills the air around it for a moment.
Oh no, I meant your flavor text.
Oh,
like, your
okay, so
flavor.
sorry.
Like, how are we? How does this go down?
I
this
think just
piercing
for like
sound.
just a moment around her head, you see some almost like TV static, but it's just like a pop and then it goes away.
Like, ow! Oh my god! It must be this champagne or something. Sorry, I'll be back.
Take care of yourself. Take care of
Okay,
yourself.
yeah, I'd love to dance with you later.
Don't
Oh,
go,
okay,
don't
hold on. Okay, and then she
go.
goes away. She's gone. She kind of flutters away. But like she's like still. You just hear, ow! Oh my god! This is why I don't drink champagne. And then Alistair.
First, good heavens, was that Neferelli Orange? You heard
Yeah.
about what happened between her and the Duke of Lanchester, right?
God, how many people told me about that? I didn't need to know.
It's dreadful. Second, we need to get into this mansion now. Bulgogi is providing a distraction, I hope. We have less than an hour before your friend is probably going to be turned into some sort of magical, euphoric wine.
Okay, let's move.
Yes, let's shall.
All right, and as you guys approach, it's a whole like almost like mini concert. Like people at this point have kind of surrounded and they're looking and they're like oh my god, like it's like like Bulgogi's performing, and like oh this is dope. Like it's just like everyone's super excited that this whole performance, this mini concert, like oh the Countess has the best parties ever. This is amazing. This ball rocks, and they're like all like so the people are singing along and they're having a good time. So there is quite a big distraction going on. But yes, how do you all want to try to enter said mansion? And I'm going to say that each of you will have to give me a different skill check. So we want some creativity here.
I'm just going to fly into a window.
You're gonna fly. The windows are closed, so the only way in that you have seen is that open the two doors that are open to let the servants in and out, and so it's like some servants pass through, and that's the only entrance, at least visible entrance that you see. Unless you want to try to scale the side of the manor, you can do that as well.
Are the curtains drawn on the windows?
They seem to be open. There is a balcony though, so if you want to fly to the balcony, you would probably potentially draw a little bit of attention if you just flew to the balcony area, because it's like pretty open. It's a large balcony that kind of overlooks the courtyard. So it's totally up to you.
I'm going to yell, "Is that Bulgogi performing?" And then wait a second as hopefully people look, and then I'm going to floop.
Okay. And then for the other two?
I'm gonna Misty Step.
All right. Misty Step inside. Okay.
Yep, just...
Boop. And for Sabrina?
Similarly, I would like to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen to teleport
Ooh, all right.
into the doorway.
Okay, so we have one person who is at the balcony. So that's like the second level, and we have two people who are entering on the bottom level with the open servant doors. Alrighty. And I think that this is a good point for us to take our halfway break.
Ooh, well, my friends.
With that suspense, will they get into this mansion and not be seen and find out some things that will lead them to their friend? And will Bulgogi just, I don't know, gain some new followings, maybe followers on Instagram or something? I don't know. We're going to
find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. We're going to take a break. We're going to eat some food, stretch our legs, use the restroom, maybe do a shrimp check. While we're taking care of ourselves, you should also take care of yourself. Check out the Tiltify link. It is in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. All donations go straight to Doctors Without Borders, an amazing organization, and we will be back in like 5 short minutes. Bye-bye!
Hey man, you other counselors know some ghost stories?
We know ghosts.
Like realistic, or do you want, fictional?
Roll a performance check. Let's see how scary it is.
That was my first roll.
Ooh.
That's a nat 20!
He pulls it out and just blood splattered.
I am bloody, I am bone weak.
I got its attention. Leave. We totally got to get out of here.
The new counselor comes down and then he pulls.
Oh.
And he just comes back and and you are now wounded.
Oh, hell yeah!
I found it.
Okay,
Oh, God! Oh.
If you do not get this 6, you will die. Good luck.
Yeah, I think I know which one it is.
Okay, breathe.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. We are so excited that you are joining us in the second part of our D&D Masquerade adventure to fundraise for Doctors Without Borders, an amazing organization who cares for people affected by conflict, disease outbreaks, natural and human-made disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in more than 70 countries around the world. If you check out the pinned chat in either the YouTube or the Twitch chat, you'll see a donation link that takes you straight to our Tiltify page where all the donations go straight to Doctors Without Borders, and you'll see that you can help influence our game. We've already decided that if you donate $10 and give us a reroll, that it doesn't go to Bree. We've already decided that if you donate $25 to gift someone a nat 20, that it doesn't go to Bree. But if you donate $50, you can name the next NPC. Something like Billy, Bo, Bob, Pete could be really fun. It could be, I don't know, something silly like Pee Pee Poo Poo, I guess. I don't know. If you're 12 years old or my partner Brandon, that would be really funny to you. For a $35 donation, you can give any of the players a magic item to help us along our journey. And for $100, you can give all of the players a magic item to help us in our adventure. The first $250 is matched by Bogus Cheesecake and Death Roll Show. You just saw a little preview of the show on the BRB screen. And everyone who donates today is entered into a drawing to win a $50 gift card to Heartbeat Dice and a TTRPG PDF copy of Locust from Cobblepath Games. With that being said, I'm going to kick off our in-character recap from Sin Diesel's perspective. So, I was in town, and I'm obviously in town because of Horace's death, disappearance. You know, the thing that happened to Horace, the reason that we're all here. We got the letter from Mr. Tree, Ficus, another tree name, and he asked us to come back into town and to meet him, and there I was, walking downtown when Bulgogi and his not assistant Sabrina were also walking at the same time, and that was actually quite fascinating to just sit on the side and kind of watch them do their thing. People were like, sign my broomstick, sign my front door, sign my chest, and he was very happy.
As fascinating as it is to hear your perception of my everyday life, I think let's skip ahead to the serious stuff, which is that Ficus Cherrywood is concerned that Horace has gone missing. Not only Horace, but at least 30 other townspeople have gone missing, and they think that it's associated with the Countess Kriva Dubonnet, who is throwing this insanely gaudy ball. I mean, like, honestly, it's like one of the ugliest parties I've ever seen in my life, and I've pretty much done nothing but party while on tour with Bulgogi for the last year, so that's really saying a lot.
Yes, but I'm sorry. Let's not forget, though, that this party at least has some very fine wine. Frankly, some of the only palatable stuff in the entire region. Not to mention, the Countess is looking quite lovely with her new pale partner, Butler, but let's be honest, we've all seen just how close they were walking together, and, but we've also been told of their, little wine celebration that is, approaching ever so soon, and, I have astutely put together, with the help of dear Bulgogi, that this wine is probably has something a bit too much to do with the folks who have recently gone missing.
I'm dancing.
And we're sneaking inside.
All right. Well, on that note of this beautiful recap, we're getting back to our thrilling tale, the mystery of Dubonnet Manor. And we're going to start with our three. Please let me know what skill you want to use while you enter said manor. I want you to roll a skill and then let me know what you get on that roll.
I would like to roll persuasion because I'm using the power of being an annoying rich woman pushing her way into a situation.
Alrighty.
Okay. Oh, that's a 21.
Ooh,
Happy
okay.
about that.
All right, so for you, you're gonna make your way. You kind of see this opening, and you see servants kind of going in and out, but they're not really paying attention to you at the moment. They seem really busy, but some of them are basically taking what looks like plates or some of the serving plates into this specific area, and you are entering the kitchen, and there is a chef busy at work. But we're gonna see what, Alistair, what did you get on your roll?
I'm going with a bit of deception, and that'd be a 26.
Oh,
As
deception.
I think, as Alistair appears in there, he is quickly like putting on like servant's garbs and stuff, and doing away with his mask, or if they're wearing masks, keeping it on.
Okay.
Very much just trying to kind of blend in with them and anyone who would approach him. He has a story.
Okay. You were going a little bit out there for a moment for me, but you're saying that you just did, was it disguise self?
Deception. He's just
Deception
trying to
roll.
like grab.
And what did you get on that
surface and
roll?
see.
So we can see what,
26.
It was 26. Okay, perfect. So you right away, basically another servant spots you and starts to approach. Now we're gonna head over to Sen Diesel. And what skill were you using?
Is
'Cause
there
I'm gonna go
anyone,
back to each of you.
is there anyone on the balcony?
There's no one at the moment, so you can go through the doors of this balcony if you'd like.
I
Unless
guess
you want to stay outside.
I don't want to go outside, but I think I would use deception if I run into anyone to be like, "Oh, I'm so drunk. I need somewhere to lie down. I was told to come in because I'm too intoxicated."
Well, if you enter that second floor, you are saying that to no one because there is nobody that you see. But you do see that there's a hallway and there's different doors and things. If you wanted to try to enter one of the rooms, perhaps.
I would like to try to find my way. So, like, I am a smartish man, and I know that where I landed on the second floor is not where they are on the first floor. So I'd like to try to map my way down to where I think they are.
Okay, you see where basically it's almost like it's this hallway, but there is a banister so you can kind of see down on the first level. So you would probably, if you do look over, you would probably see Alistair. Maybe you wouldn't recognize. I don't know. Was it a good enough like kind of you grab some things to put on? Was that it?
Just a few things to make himself look like he belongs with like the servants and whatnot.
Yeah, but you might be like, that the back of that head looks familiar. But basically, like where there's an interaction where there's another servant, hey, and walking up to this individual. You don't see necessarily. You don't see where Sabrina is at the moment. But going back to Sabrina. So in this kitchen, you see this this chef just going to town. You what do you do anything? Do you say anything?
I would like to go as deep into this home as I can at this point. So no, I don't say anything to the chef. I just carry forward.
Hey, what do you think? Hey.
Hi. Oh my goodness! Incredible food. What a wonderful party. And I keep moving.
No. You're not supposed to. Hey, say I need somebody to come get this guest. What are you doing here? How did you even get into this place? I mean, but you said my food was good.
Your food is delicious.
Oh, yes.
Have you trained in other realms? This doesn't taste like, your run-of-the-mill food.
How did you know?
I'm a little bit of a foodie myself. I don't want to say that word, but really
I
respect
mean, I
the
got my
case.
start in Baldur's, of course, and then made my way out here. I mean, mind you, this little like hick of a town. I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the pay. I mean, the Countess, she pays very well if you're good at your job. Okay, let's
Mhm.
just put it that way. But yeah, here, take some of these sandwiches. Here, try these.
Oh my goodness. What are you putting in these sandwiches? My good sir.
You know what though? This pairs well with special wine. It's gonna be served later. So why don't you go and head out to the courtyard because I need to continue doing what I'm doing here.
Of course, she is not leaving. She is enjoying the sandwiches.
Listen, you don't want to miss that because apparently, I mean, I haven't had a chance because I'm always busy at work, I haven't had a chance to try this wine, but apparently it has some type of powerful magical effect to it or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little bit, I hear different things and I see different things and I try to just ignore them all. It frightens me a little bit. I don't know. I just, it's not my thing. I like to stay in here, focus on my craft, which is making sure that everyone's fed and everything, all the plates are perfectly plated. That's my focus here. So
These sandwiches are incredible.
Okay. Yes, please. Now take this plate, and then the chef shoves the plate into your hands or tries to do that, and like tries to usher. All right, okay. I'm gonna remember. What was your name again?
Sabrina.
Sabrina. I'll remember what you said, and I'll make sure to bring out a special dessert just for you later. All right, come on. Let's go. I gotta keep a tight ship here. Come on. And the chef does try to go ahead and usher you out of said kitchen and closing the door. So you are no longer in the kitchen. We head over to Alistair, where there is a servant. Hey there.
Hey,
Yeah.
the Countess came and got me, okay? I don't want to get in trouble and
Wait,
everything.
hold on. I haven't seen you before. There's no way that the Countess got you, okay? Like, I've been working here way longer, at least 2 years. If anybody's gonna get called, it's gonna be me, bub, okay?
Countess brings me in special, calls me in from 3 towns over because she knows that I can be trusted and she knows that I can get rid of people. You know what I'm saying? But the Countess comes up to me. She says that she needs me to check on these wine reserves for the special event. Now, I need you to tell me where to find these things so I can run the appropriate test, so I can check and make sure that everything is up to standards, because you know how important this is. Nod with me that you understand.
First of all, you're sus. And let me tell you how I know this. Because if you wanted to check the reserve, it's outside, bub. Like, literally the plants. You saw those gigantic plants? That's the source of the wine, buddy. So you should just go outside. See, this is how I know that the Countess didn't tell you anything and that you're new here. So you need to just stay in your place and then just follow the experts, the people who know what they're doing with experience. Right? Sound good? Now, y'all with me that you're going to head back outside and stop wasting my time when I'm busy actually getting work done. Yeah?
I ain't talking about the reserves outside. I am talking about the reserves in here.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll for this because now you are now basically rousing more and more suspicion, and this person is starting to get annoyed. So they might draw more attention to you being here.
Oh, give me un momento here.
Do
before I
anything in
roll,
particular? Yes. Uh-huh.
As he's saying this, just whispers quietly under his breath and like brushes the person's shoulder as I'm gonna cast a little bit of charm person here.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
so, oh boy, I'm realizing how bad my DC spell save is, but it's a 12.
The 12. Okay.
Say whatever it is saving throw. I don't know which thing.
Is it charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay.
Took me way too long to find that.
Okay. That is a 16.
That's not a
this-
number I wanted to hear.
Yeah. So this person is just like, all right, you're coming with me. We're gonna go talk outside, because the supervisor's out there. They're gonna want to know about you being in here for no good reason. Come on. And so they're basically
I
trying
am
to
going
drag you
to bloop, point down and cast a little
Okay.
Toll the Dead headache on this
Okay.
person as well,
All right.
as I clock Alistair getting a little too much pushback.
And this was a con save? No.
It's a Wisdom 16.
Wisdom
So
save.
again, so sexy if you roll a 15 or under.
You know what? That is a nat 20. So
Could I?
This
Could I
individual-
maybe?
Yes.
Could I take a reroll and
Okay.
make you reroll?
Oh wait, I thought that I wasn't gonna get any rerolls, huh? Huh?
Yeah, it's just fun.
Mhm.
Like things change.
Yes,
You know?
yes. Very funny how that works.
Yeah, so weird.
And what's really weird is the fact that this roll still did really well. It's a 19.
Fucking heck.
Thank you, Dyson V.
Wow. Okay. Well, I tried, but
Yeah, so they're basically, so they're ushering you, like, kind of come on, and pushing you, trying to push you towards the door. Now, after you did the Toll of the Dead, Sin Diesel, are you doing anything else? I mean, there's no one up here. That person obviously did not, unfortunately, maybe from that angle, you weren't able to reach them the way that you were able to with Neferelli, but it's open game up here.
I guess
you can.
Yeah, I'd yell out, "Unhand him! Stop!"
First of all, what? Hey, wait. Are you guys together? Because you're not supposed to be. Come on. And then you see the person like yelling, like guards, yelling for the guards to come.
Stop. I'm using command to make this
Command,
person
oh my-
try to stop. And for some reason, this one has a wisdom save of 14. Oh, because it's my Fey touch
Okay.
something or other. So
All right.
I guess
so
I'm
let's hope
slightly
that
better
this
at this
roll
one.
is better.
God, I hope.
That was a 6. So what do you command this person to do?
Oh, I command them to just stop. Absolutely just freeze
And they just
whatever they're
freeze.
doing.
They're
No
like
action.
Stone, just in place.
He's gonna give a quick pat on the cheek and go, "Good boy," and dart off into the house out of sight.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
follow quickly behind.
And you would see your friend Sabrina being pushed, like the doors closing, and like Sabrina looking around. So that is what you see. I'm gonna go over to Bulgogi here outside. Are you still jamming, or are you maybe interacting with your fans? You finished your performance. I don't know what's happening out here.
I think just for the spirit of staying with the group, I will also, as we finish the performance, as we're rounding into the finale of the performance, I want to really rile them up and like get them to be very just really in it, like not almost like moshing around, just being raucous and revelrous. And as they do that, I would like to cast invisibility and then just
Okay.
walk into the manor.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. All right, so you are all in here. Do you guys, now that basically you have one frozen, you probably see if you walk in.
He's only
see this
frozen for
person.
like a turn. So
Yeah, but it's still, I like to say that this is all happening like simultaneously. Like it's all happening kind of like the scenes are like, it's like cutting in between all of the action and the different interactions. And I feel like that just recently happened as Bulgogi has finished or either got people in this sense of revelry and heading inside. So you see this person who's frozen and maybe kind of starting to sort of move a little bit. And where do you go? Where do you head?
I think I'm gonna just lean in to the person who's frozen because I'm invisible, and I'm just gonna whisper, "Start running," and then don't look back, and we'll continue walking.
Okay.
Like no magic.
No
I'm just
purpose, no
invisible.
purpose. Like, do you go into any other, like, there's basically, there's like, you see doors like that, you don't know where they lead. You see like the lavish, I can speak English good. You see like this beautiful ballroom area where technically it kind of would have made sense for there to things to take place there, because it's a beautiful ballroom for, like, you know, for when people wanted to dance and hang out. And then you see to the right, you know, where the kitchen, you might actually spot Sabrina coming from that particular area as well.
Great, because I think for a brief moment, realizing that he's very truly alone, I think Bulgogi dissociates for a second and being like, I don't understand how to do this, and then sees Sabrina in the kitchen and goes, perfect, and walks towards Sabrina.
Yeah, and the kitchen doors are closed at this point at the moment.
Yeah, I will fully invisible open them.
Okay, and the chef is just like going to town, still working on different hors d'oeuvres and different things. It looks like they're trying to do like a deviled egg situation, and you know, they're focused on what they're doing at the moment since they don't see Sabrina.
Oh yeah, so very much like the old Tom and Jerry cartoons or like Looney Tunes, you're gonna watch as like a deviled egg half just like levitates and then disappears.
This okay, let me hold on, let me see if this person notices that this has happened.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nope, that's a 2. So they don't realize that this is happening because they're just so engrossed in their work, and they're like, okay,
And then
this,
I think
this,
one
this.
will float over to Sabrina and just be like, "They're really good."
Oh my god. And she takes it. She eats it.
What are we doing?
We need to go somewhere. Thinking. This is a family that will have things hidden in the basement, hidden in, you know, they might have a place where they keep dead bodies. God, I don't even want to think about that. They might have a safe. They might have a chapel.
And you do know, when you say chapel, you do remember that there was, you know, from your time, like obviously you're from Hilford, you know that there is a actual cathedral that is on the property. And that's very unique. There is an actual cathedral, and that kind of crosses your mind in that split second.
They have a cathedral, and these people love that type of thing. I mean, they love that type of thing. I mean, they really cannot get enough of that type of thing. Like, it's their entire personality. They literally will not shut up about it.
Another deviled egg disappears.
I think we should go there.
Okay.
And are Sin and Alistair here as well?
Invisibly, Bulgogi will look around for a moment and be like, and then shrug invisibly, which is helpful to no one.
Are you guys still kind of in the not too far from like, are you like, did you guys move, meaning Sin and Alistair?
Oh, I try to keep moving. That person's not frozen for long, so.
Okay, so where did you end up moving to?
You said that we would see a door swinging, right? And that she was on the other side of it. Did I hear you right?
Who was on the other side?
Sabrina?
Oh no, like you saw the doors kind of shut as Sabrina was kind of being ushered out, and so Sabrina was just kind of there, kind of like.
Okay, so we didn't necessarily see.
But there's plenty of, like, I mean, this place is huge, so there's plenty of rooms to go into if you want to. There's that ballroom area. You know, it seems like, you know, there's plenty to explore if you wanted to. It's totally up to where you guys feel like you would have been while this Bulgogi and Sabrina are now plotting to go to the cathedral on property.
But it looks like just Sabrina because I'm invisible.
Yeah, you see Sabrina talking to herself. So.
And I'm still holding a plate of sandwiches, by the way.
A sandwich disappears, like floats up and disappears.
Alistair, where would you keep people if you were going to drain them of their blood for a party for rich people.
In Alistair's voice, the family room.
Huh. A basement, someplace religious, someplace of arcane power, any number of spots.
I was thinking a cellar myself, so shall we try to find our way downstairs?
Sounds good to me.
All right. So as you all kind of you move forward, give me I would say a perception roll really quick, just so you can try to figure out which what area looks like it might lead to a basement.
I rolled a nat 20.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. I'm assuming Alistair, you're going with the 20. All right. So you kind of, I don't know, I feel like the Cullen property, I don't know what that property looks like, but you're like, you're confident that it's gonna be, to the left, a couple doors down, and something about this one door is calling your name. And you actually open it up. It leads down to what could be a basement. You're not exactly sure. So you head down.
Come, I think it's this way. I think I found it. Come on, Alistair. Come on.
And he will come along.
Okay.
No
right,
time
so-
for misjudging me. No time for being like, how did you find this so fast? Just
Okay. No, of course not. So,
No.
So you go down. Are you guys are both going down together, correct? All right. So you see, it's not really like a basement. It looks more like it was almost like a recently vacated guest room. Like you see that there's some beds, like kind of in this particular space. It looks like there's half-eaten food next to the bed, and you also too see that there's like another there's like a kind of like it looks like a wardrobe. It kind of looks like it could be a room where people stay for the night, but it's still something's off about it. And you do see there's another it's like the two beds that are there. There's on one of the tables there's also some papers as well, and then of course you have the food on the other table on the other side. So what do you do in this room?
Detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay.
It's always a good call. Maybe there's some
All
magic
right.
doors or something. I mean, can't hurt. I got
Okay.
spell slots to burn.
Okay. And as this goes off, you're not picking up any type of magic in this particular area. So there's nothing that you are actually getting from this. So all it looks like it's just like somebody's recently stayed here. Nothing in particular magic wise.
might I be able to investigate around the bed to look for like hair follicles that might have fallen off on like the pillow that remind me of Horace's hair?
Sure. Like over by that area also too is like the little table, like the nightstand looking thing that's also too next to the bed. Yes, give me a roll for that. Investigation.
I do not think that I find any hairs with my 6.
Oh no.
This
Yeah,
is
you don't see
fine.
the hairs. But I will say something catches your eye about the papers that are on top of that particular nightstand. Do you want to take a closer look? Something that looks like you think you might have seen something like
Yes.
maybe
I know how to read.
interesting. Yeah. So it's a bill signed by your missing friend, Horace, that confirms pretty much that obviously they did actually arrive to the manor nearly like that within that time frame that Fake has told you about. But the note next to their name reads, "Good prospect held for conversation in the cathedral."
Alistair,
Yes.
I think we might find Horace in the cathedral.
An interesting place. Are you a fan of cathedrals?
No. Are you a fan of cathedrals?
Oh, beautiful architecture. Just curious. That's all.
Cool. Let's go to the cathedral. It's gonna be so fun, so cool, and maybe we'll find Horace there. How do you think that we'll run into the others?
Well, hopefully they'll have discovered some of the same, or we'll meet them along the way.
Yes, hopefully Sabrina has discovered the same.
All right. So you guys head back up. Alrighty.
Have
Okay.
we seen the cathedral on the site?
Well, you guys didn't really spend that much time outside, but you're assuming that maybe if you do probably head outside, you might be able to see. If you look around, maybe spot it, because cathedrals usually have like a tall roof, like they're usually grandiose in structure. So you would probably be able to like see what direction you should head if you went outside again.
Okay.
So are you heading that way now?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Okay, so you're heading back upstairs. And then as far as Bulgogi and Sabrina, did you already go outside, or are you trying to look for your friends?
I think we already went outside.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we already went outside, and I think I'm still monologuing about how annoying these people are about their spirituality.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Bulgogi is nodding understandingly, but you can't see it.
Well, you all, you two, you see, like, while people are interacting, there's some people, like, you probably spot in the corner of your eye, they're, like, canoodling over, like, near the shrubbery, and, like, some, people seem to be really just letting loose, and, they've had some stuff to drink, but you do spot, like, if you look out from where you guys come from the doors, you see in the far, like, the far corner of this large courtyard, you can see the top of the cathedral. It's kind of like over there's a gate, a large gate in that corner that looks like it would lead to the courtyard area. Okay. Do you head in that direction? Okay. I believe that probably when you begin to head in that direction, we have our other two members of the party that are coming up to try to also to go in search of said cathedral. But you do hear all of a sudden, you hear kind of like people mentioning like, it's starting. And you hear some of the servants like, right this way to the courtyard. You hear people kind of excitedly talking about the ceremonial wine that's going to be basically that it's about to happen. Because it's been some time that you guys have been kind of in the manor at this point, so looks like it's about to go down outside as far as this new ritual that you heard about that the chef said kind of frightened them a little bit, and basically everyone's kind of taking their places, so it's kind of like everyone's gathering to the center, kind of around the fountain and kind of like near the balcony area. Do you guys join that group, or do you try to mosey your way through to get to the other side?
I'd like to set my plate of sandwiches down on the nearest butler's platter. And
Okay.
I'd like to sort of try and be skirting around the edge of the crowd, moving through them.
Okay. And then for the other two, or when you guys basically come to the courtyard area, is there anything that you're doing in particular when you see this like interaction? You can hear people excitedly talking about the ceremonial wine that's going to be served, and everyone's making way, like, oh, the Countess will be here soon. You know, you hear these whispers.
The front or the back, Alistair?
Hmm?
Shall we enter through the front? Do you wish to participate in it now, or do you wish to save this man if he does happen to still be alive?
We should probably try and save the man. That's what we're paid for. How about you go over the crowd and I'll go past?
Yes, and he'll just kind of flap his wings and go to the. I'm going to the other side. I'm not going to the very front of the cathedral. I'd like to go just a little bit past the crowd.
Okay,
And-
just a little bit past. Okay.
Yes.
So as this is happening, it seems like the balcony, kind of the doors swing open, like very dramatically, and the Countess in all of her glory, she now kind of comes out onto the balcony, and you don't see Gregorian with her, however, and everyone is starting to circle around, kind of anxiously waiting. Waiting for this moment, and then she then kind of, with kind of just a flick of her wrist, if I could get everyone's attention, I see both old friends and new faces tonight, or partial faces anyway. And then you hear people like laughing, like so funny. It is now time. And then so when she does that flick of her wrist, and there's like a waving of her hands that's it looks like a spell casting motion. You see that there's some servants over near where those interesting plants were, and you remember something being said about these plants, and that's where the source was. And all of a sudden when she does that, and they seem to be holding chalices, the plant begins to stir, like almost coming almost alive in a way, and it looks like it almost has a mouth. That like it's one. It looks like it's not a Venus flytrap situation, because it's definitely more fleshy, as it were. But as it opens and you can see the teeth, there's this blood red liquid that starts to pour into this decanter. And the onlookers all begin to clap, and they're just like, they're so excited. It's like kind of like they're entranced, and they're all looking at this chalice. And Kriva gives a nod to her servants, and then they start passing the decanter around. Please fill your cups now. It's time to revel. And this is happening all at the same time. So do you when you land kind of near where there's probably two people who now are sipping from these chalices that are being passed around. Do you do anything in particular as this is happening? The Countess does seem to acknowledge that you all, like, it's weird. You almost feel like she sees straight through you at this point.
The two people that are drinking that I'm next to, I'm going to say, do you enjoy drinking blood?
Well, as you say that, they're drinking, and like they're like not really paying you any mind. They're like, I mean, this whole thing that's going down, they're like, it's like they're hungry. They're like, you hear them just like taking in this liquid, and like the red liquid kind of going down their lip and their necks and kind of getting messy with it. Don't be shy. You want to drink up. And you see there's like this weird flickering in their eyes, and it's like the color is being drawn from their skin as they're looking at you. Drink.
Yeah. Oh, you can see that I've actually already drunk. Do you see? And I'll point to my like red jewelry that goes down, that is like kind of shielded by the black lacy dress shirt, so they can't really see it. But I'm hoping that they're just silly enough to believe it.
Yes, you just see where they seem like they're out of it. They're like, yes, drink, it's so good. And then with the rest of you, what are you all doing as this is kind of happening? And it's like this weird kind of just like this focus on drinking and mind you, the Countess is actually drinking as well from her own golden. This is like you could tell this thing is made out of real gold. And she's drinking. And as she does so, she does not stop paying attention to you all. You feel like she is following you with a piercing gaze, like she already has you figured out.
Are we still looking for Horace? To Sabrina.
Yes.
Do you still think he's in the cathedral?
I think that I don't want this lady to be looking at me anymore.
And you just all of a sudden you hear, almost like as you said that, I'm afraid to say, my beautiful guests, we have traitors in our midst. And it seems like all of a sudden, it's almost like at the same time, their heads motion toward, so it's like each group focuses on each of you. Their heads snap and they have now singled you out. But also too, when that happens, the Countess seems to just disappear. But in that same motion of her disappearing and her saying there's traitors in their midst, all of a sudden you see some of the people, especially next to you, my dear Sin, those two, and there's some others that are kind of sprinkled about. There, you hear almost like there's cracking of bones, and you hear you kind of like where there's groans or kind of painful, but it's like they're enjoying the pain, and you see where from the drink, after they toss their cups, it's all of a sudden there's fangs that start to come out, and the color is washing from these people. They rip off the mask. You now see that they have these bright yellow eyes, and there are people who are transforming into vampire spawn right in front of you. And I would like you all to roll for initiative. And then let me know. Give me one moment here. All right. Sin, since you were next to two of them, what was your initiative?
So I know what vampires look like. And I know what vampire spawn look like.
Oh, yeah.
And I think before I tell you my terribly dismal roll, you, the two that are next to me here, are you fucking kidding me? You have got to be just, are you serious? These people before me? Fucking Deadward Cullen, I swear to Christ, I've been waiting for this for so fucking long. And I rolled a 4 on my initiative.
Now, mind you, you know what this wine does. The person extends, after hearing you say that, they extend the chalice in your direction. Do you drink from the chalice? This blood wine.
I would love on my turn, I would like to roll a persuasion check for them to not hurt me. I just don't want Deadward Cullen to kill me for turning into a vampire from someone else.
Okay. Sure. Let's do the persuasion roll now. Even though I'm going to keep your initiative the same, but persuasion to see if maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something that speaks to these two who are trying to offer you the special wine.
Okay. I accidentally rolled the wrong thing. But they're both 8s. I rolled a nat 1 on my performance, which is also the same as my persuasion. So, I rolled a 9 total,
Okay.
but it's a net 1.
All right. Okay. Alistair, let's say, did you do better than the 4 or a 9?
Oh, I got a 17.
17. Okay, that's not bad. All right. And then for Sabrina?
21.
Ooh, okay, spicy. And then Bulgogi.
How about a fantastic 6?
That is a sexy 6. There we go. All right. Let's do this then. Okay. So, starting up first, we have Sabrina.
Can you give me a sense of sort of where we all are in relation to each other?
Sure. So it seems like at least what I was getting was that you were trying to make your way through this crowd. You might not have gotten that because it was like a large crowd that kind of formed around the big balcony. So you're kind of in the thick of it. But not everyone, I will tell you this, not everyone has turned. So you are dealing right now with, it looks like there's 4 people. Like some other people are kind of getting, you notice that now, like the crowd, as they were drinking, they kind of, because of what is like, all of a sudden you see that these particular individuals who have turned more so into spawn, they're looking like they're ready for a altercation. People are moving away from them. So they're kind of like parting, as it were, as you guys are kind of like moving kind of towards the cathedral. But I would say you're kind of almost close to the fountain area. I know that I think Sin was on the other side, right, of the fountain, you said? And then Alistair, where were you? Were you near the balcony, or you were moseying through, kind of trying to get past the fountain area?
Trying to mosey through and get past, so right in the thick of it.
Okay, yeah, so I feel like you 3 are not that far. I would say like, what, 5-10 feet from each other, probably. And then I think the furthest would be Sin with the 2 spawns next to them. So right now there's only 4. So there's probably one that's close to you, Alistair, and then one that's kind of making their way towards you, Sabrina and Bokogi at the moment.
Okay, so
2 are like right next to Sin, and then you have the separate ones that are kind of now approaching you guys.
I do not want those guys coming over here. So I'm gonna cast a firebolt at one of them.
Okay.
So let's see. Oh no, that's a 9 to hit.
Yeah, does not hit, unfortunately. But that angers, and you hear that like the hiss of like basically like, how dare you throw fire in my direction. And they're moving a little bit faster towards you. But luckily Alistair is there. Alistair, what are you going to do? You got one that's like approaching you, and then you have one now that is moving at a fast pace towards your friend and Bugogi. And then of course Sin has the 2 that are right next and right next to them.
All right. Well, I think the one that's right next to me is going to immediately get a hunter's mark on them, because
Okay.
I feel like I need to take care of this.
All right.
And then I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and try real hard to make that scimitar be inside of them.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, that'd be a nat 20.
All right. Okay. Give me that double damage.
Oh. So that is 8 plus the hunter's mark adds another 1. Plus I have Dreadful Strike, where once a turn I can apply 1d4 psychic damage. So
right.
8 plus 1 plus 4, 13.
Did you double Hunter's Mark and Dreadful Strike because of the crit?
I didn't.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Now I have to do more math.
More math.
Okay, so 13 plus another 8, so that's 21 damage.
Fantastic. Alrighty. Any bonus action? Anything else?
Hunter's Mark took up my bonus action, so that is
Okay.
pretty much everything I've got.
Alrighty. Ooh. Well, this one is getting rowdy and started barking at you. But it is now that vampire spawn's turn to try to attack you. So let's see if it works. They're going to go ahead and they're going to use their multi-attack. So they're going to try to make 2 attacks, 2 bites. All right, we got a 15 and a 10.
The 15 will hit. The 10 does
Okay.
not.
All right. And so that's going to be 6 points of damage. And it is necrotic damage. So you do feel that coursing through you a bit. All right. They're going to go ahead and basically they're on you. So they're still trying to, again, like they're trying to claw at you and like bite you some more. Now it's going to be the other spawn's turn. They're going to try to attack our dear Sabrina, since Sabrina was casting fireballs in their direction. And they're for this one, they're trying to claw at you. So does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Doing the 15. Okay. All right. So let me do this. It's let's see how much damage for you. Slashing damage. So that's 8 points of damage. As
Ooh,
they're scraping at you with a fury.
ouch. Get off.
Like, get off of me, get off of me. All right, so there is one that's next to you, Sin, that now is looking rather hungry. So it's going to try to take a bite out of you. How's a 14 looking?
It hits, unfortunately.
All
For
right,
me.
that's 6. Got a little bit of that necrotic damage, so it is like yummy in my tummy.
I would, however,
yes.
like to use my reaction for Hellish Rebuke.
Yes. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
So that's a Dex 16. So again, so sexy if you did a 15 or under.
Let's see.
Please.
Ooh, a 12.
Amazing. Okay. So I think that Sin would just like wag their finger at the spawn and point it, and they are going to take 15 points of fire damage.
All right. They don't like that. They are upset. Next up, we got Bulgogi. What
The
you doing,
one
babe?
that bit Sabrina or clawed at Sabrina,
Mhm.
I am still invisible. Do they know I'm there?
No, so if you were invisible, the only person that seemed to kind of somehow know that you were kind of in the vicinity, it seemed, was the Countess. Like, you just felt like the gaze was like she knew where you were, but you don't know where she is. And right now you just have like these things that are trying to basically now attack your friends.
Great. I'm gonna hit it with all 3 of my horns, including my costume unicorn horn.
All right, let's go for it.
That will be 18 plus 3. That's a 21 to hit.
Okay, yep, definitely.
And then that will be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I will use my bonus action to use the
Mhm.
Minotaur's hammering horns
All right.
to have it do a strength save against me, please. So that will
Alright.
be 11 plus. So that's a DC 14 strength save from them.
Okay, that was a 19 on the die.
Okay, so I'm just trying to shove them off, but nothing happens then.
Okay, and they don't know, like, they seemed like very confused because it's like they don't see you.
Oh,
this,
yeah, the attack breaks invisibility,
oh,
so
does
I'm
it?
totally
Okay,
visible
okay.
now. Yeah.
All right. Well, then now they see you. You
Mhm.
were like now you see me, now you don't. But in this case, they now see you.
Yeah.
So yes. So basically, you're still kind of like engaged with this particular one.
Yeah.
And then Sin, it is going to be your turn now.
All right. I would like to cast Eldritch Blast on
Ooh.
the two
Blast.
that are by me.
Okay.
So for the first one, does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
Amazing. So they get caught with a nice 10 points of damage. And my form of dread is that on each of my turns, if I hit a creature, I can force it to make a wisdom saving throw. We all know exactly what I'm going to say next. It's 16, so sexy if you roll a 15 or under. If they fail, they're frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, that was a 7. So they are thoroughly afraid of you as you have that presence that now is looming over them, and they're like now backing away.
I think I'm just like really mad that there are so many people around me that have become vampires before Edward or Deadward Cullen has made me a vampire, that I've literally just been like waiting for so long. And so I start shifting from like my appearance. It doesn't necessarily look like an Aasimar anymore. I start to look more devilish, a little bit more like a tiefling, and so maybe that has something to do with how frightening I am. So
Gotcha.
That is my first Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
My second is a 22 to hit.
Okay, that definitely hits for sure. And that's on the other one?
And that's to the second one, yes.
Second one, okay.
And so they take 8 points of damage from my second Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Which is force damage, if it matters.
Yeah, it pushes them back. You could tell that they're starting to take these hits from all of you, and they are not liking it, but it's doing some damage for sure. So we're going top of the round, Sabrina.
All right, I'm gonna hit my assailant I'm gonna try and hit with a chill touch.
Okay.
And oh, come on. It's a 10 to hit.
No, unfortunately it does not hit. It did not work. Wait, do you guys still have a reroll?
There are rerolls still.
We've only used one, right?
Yeah, only one.
So we have 2 left then.
Use it. I want to use it. Okay.
Use it.
Okay, come on, big money. That's big money. Does a 26 hit?
Hell
yes, heck yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Okay, love. Okay, so that's 8 damage, and if I hit an undead target, it then has disadvantage on attack rolls until the end of my next turn. Do these count as undead?
Yes, they do. Yes. At least in this moment, because they consumed whatever this is, this wine that gave them this vampiric power. So yes, I think that counts. And this, I mean, that almost like you could see where that has now brought the thing to its knees. It is hanging on by the slenderest of threads. So it is almost down for the count, this spawn. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No.
All right. And then we go to Alistar. So you see the one that's near Sabrina is literally like, crumpling before you, and it's just like screaming in pain. And you have the one that right now is, I think it's still biting or trying to bite again.
I'd say like Alistair is going to keep attacking the one on him, but he'll glance at Sabrina and be like, well, I see you've learned some new moves since we last met.
It's so interesting how you manage to be patronizing even in the heat of battle.
Isn't it though? I'm so multi-talented. No, but not that talented. That was an 11 to hit.
Oh, yeah, no. So that unfortunately does not hit this particular creature that's on you. And it is that creature's
Oh,
turn.
wait. I will use my
Oh, wait.
bonus action for.
Okay,
I have a
yes.
dagger in the other hand.
Let's go.
Dagger, do me justice. Never mind. Well, 14 to hit.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Give us the juice. What is it?
All right, so we got some piercing damage. We're gonna put on that dreadful strike damage and that hunter's mark. It's all there. Wow, terrible. 6.
6. Okay. Hey, it's something. It's something. We're getting there. You could tell that they really don't like that because that dagger like steel?
It's just a normal dag. Well, I mean, it's a dagger of warning, so it gives me.
Yes.
But yeah.
No, so it is. Yes, it is. And I would like to say that when all of that was going down and the Countess looking at you, yeah, that dagger was definitely like wrangling. It was definitely giving you the buzz. I forgot to, check my phone there.
I imagine Alistair had a brief moment where he suddenly realized everything was going down and just kind of went, "Oh shit."
Yeah, no. It took a little bit of damage there from that dagger. It is going to be the other spawn. I think it's still this one is over by Sin, I believe. And it is going to try to reach you. No, it's afraid, correct? The one that you said the one is frightened until your next turn? Was that it? Sin?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So it is
I
actually
think they
going to.
froze. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I frozen?
So it is going to dash, actually use its action to dash away from you, heading towards it looks like Sabrina with the one that is taken so much damage from that chill touch situation. And next is going to be the other spawn that got pushed back by the force push. It is trying to attack you. It did get a 19 to try to claw at you. So let's see how much damage this is. So that is going to be 7 points of damage as it's trying to slice away at you.
Sorry, is this at me? I got distracted.
Oh, no, it's Sin.
Okay.
Or by Sin.
Thank you.
Well,
okay, and then Bulgogi, it's your turn.
You know what? No, I would like to use.
Oh, you're doing a reaction?
I would like to use Hellish Rebuke again because
all right,
how
let's
fucking
go.
dare
Let's go.
these people? And you know the drill. It's 16. Please get 15. It's Dex.
Yes.
Save.
Let's see here. That is a 4.
Amazing. And could you remind me how much damage I took?
That was 7.
Okay. Well, again, I'm gonna wag my finger and point it back at them, and they're gonna take 13 points of fire damage.
Ooh.
And
yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, tell me how you kill this.
Well, that is
this noble, because you guys forgot these are normal people, right? Question mark.
I mean, they're rich, so are they normal? That is so unfortunate because I was literally going to try to persuade them to not fight me anymore again, but here I am killing them. I literally just whack my finger, point it at them, and they just erupt in flames and disintegrate like a vampire do.
Yep, they surely do. And as that whole scene unfolds, and there's just this screech as it turns into ash, Bulgogi, it is your turn.
So I totally forgot what kind of bard I was. I'm a glamour bard, so I'm
Oh.
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna strum my lute real quick to cast levitate on myself. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use Mantle of Inspiration. So I will use one of my Bardic
Okay.
Inspiration. I'm going to give myself a wondrous appearance. And when I do
Alright.
so, a number of creatures I can see who can see me within 60 feet, which I think is the other 3, will each gain 5 temporary hit points and can immediately use their reaction to move up to their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Awesome.
And
Yeah.
so I will start, as a result, I will also begin floating upwards while glowing radiantly with, wonderful K-pop music coming from somewhere.
Amazing. And then was there anything else you wanted to do other than
mean,
that beautiful?
That's it.
That's it, right?
Other
That's
three,
it?
the other 3 can move if they like, and everyone
Alright.
gets 5 temporary hit points.
Okay, then over to Sin.
Okay. What does... Oh, shoot. I guess the one... Did I kill the one that was frightened or the one that was not frightened?
You killed the one that was frightened.
Okay. I want to, very quickly make eyes with the other one and say, do you want that to happen to you? Because fighting me is how you get that to happen to you.
Okay, roll for intimidation.
Intimidation plus 8, 11.
Let's see.
Why don't you use one of those nat 20s we got for you?
Yeah. Well, let's hear what she has to say first.
No need to waste that.
Yeah.
This particular individual is this creature is now nope. But it just so happens that they're running and it's within range of I think Bulgogi, you're still near Sabrina, right? Or are you floating? You're levitating. So
I'm levitating, but I'm still
they do
near.
pass by you, in your zone, heading towards Sabrina as they're trying to run away.
Boogie, I won't do anything. I'm floating. I am
Okay.
being glorious.
All right. So they are passing and kind of running to try to go in the direction where their other injured friend is. And we're gonna go back up to Sabrina. So you have one that's in front of you, unless there was anything else you wanted to do.
I think that I'd like to run towards the others to be like, we've got to get inside. We need to fight them inside.
Are you talking about the cathedral or going back to the mansion?
I feel like...
Because now people have scattered, so it is just you guys and these creatures that you guys are pummeling at the moment. You still don't know where the Countess went, which is
I'm getting the
suspicious.
feeling that she went into the cathedral.
And that's the gate past the fountain. So you are actually closer to the cathedral.
Okay.
Getting to the cathedral, I should say.
Okay. So I'm just gonna catch up with my acquaintances.
Okay.
And just yell obnoxiously about the cathedral, and that's my turn.
Okay. And then it is going to be your turn, Sabrina.
Okay, so I'm thinking. Let's just throw another spell at one of these little spawns. Let's throw Firebolt. Where did it go? 24 to hit.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and that's 13 damage.
13, you say? On
Yeah.
Is it the one that's already crumpled or basically in pain in front of you?
Yeah, let's crumple
Oh,
them.
that thing, that creature is no more. How does this look to everybody? Because that thing was already hanging on by a slender thread, as it were. So,
Well, my firebolt kind of senses how little life was left, and it burns out like a little piece of paper, so the whole body just sort of flattens into ash.
fantastic. Over to Alistair.
I mean, I'll do some quick stabs, real
Real quick.
sha. That's a 14 to hit. Bam.
14. Yes. 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 Yes.
All right. Well, that's good. Well, much better dice rolls this time. That's 15 damage.
Yes. 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 Okay. Let's see. Ooh, it is hanging on by a slender thread.
Well,
you gonna-
I'm gonna
Got
try and
anything
just
else?
put a dagger inside of it.
All right.
Oh, that's an 18.
Yes,
and that's
definitely.
5.
That is just enough for you to. How are you going to end this particular creature? That's.
I think he does some quick slashes with his scimitar, and then as this thing wobbles there, just flips the dagger in his hand, buries it in the head, and lets go, pulling another one out from his jacket. So.
Fantastic. And you hear all of a sudden. You think that this is over? Come find me, little ones. I'm waiting. And you don't know. It sounds like it's all around you. But the gates to the cathedral slams open. Do you go in that direction?
Hell yeah.
Hell
Alrighty.
yeah.
Okay. So as you go there, let me 1 second. Do.
So glad that she said that, because I was just gonna, or that the gates opened, because I was just gonna be like, would be so helpful if you told us where you are.
So the concealed gate that leads from the courtyard, it's to the cathedral. You guys are running up this path to go in the direction. It looks like this cathedral has been neglected. It's on the far edge of the manor. As you guys are running up, it has heavy boards covering the different parts of it. There's dirty stained glass windows, but there's this like really hellish red light that shines through its partially open doors, and you do see what looks like there's bodies. It looks like her own guards who have been drained of their blood, and there's just like 10 of them. 10 of these bodies is strewn about very violently as you guys approach, and I'm assuming you enter.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you enter, I will explain the scene before you. You see it's very run down. You see the pews, and it's looks like any other cathedral, but just like it has been just, again, no one has been really. It's not a place of worship. Let's just put it that way. You see that there's emaciated vampire spawn, including a transformed Horace Fell, chained to massive statues lining the cathedral walls. And they're begging, they're like, please help me. They're trying to get free. And they are chained up there. And then you also see at the front where there would be kind of like where the priest would give a sermon. You see this, what looks like a blood altar. And it looks like there's almost like these poor souls have been being drained of their blood for some reason that you are not sure of. You don't see the Countess again. You just could have heard her voice, but you see where it's like this, the light, like the candles in this place are lit, so you can see these 4 vampire spawns that are just there, and including your friend. One of them is your friend. So do you try to free them? Or do you leave him to just be there? He is definitely transformed at this point.
I kind of want to figure out where the Countess is, though, also.
Do you want to quickly, as you enter and you take this in, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I drop a fairy fire on the altar because that will reveal anything invisible there?
Oh, okay. I will allow that. Yes, let's do it.
All right, they have to make a dex save against it, so they have to beat a 14.
Okay.
But if they fail,
Alrighty.
they'll be revealed, and then I'll do that in lieu of the perception check, so I don't overcrowd
Okay.
the active economy.
And then what was it to save?
14.
In this situation, she did roll a 14.
Okay,
But
so
I
tie
feel
goes
like-
to the roller.
Tied. But you do see where she reveals herself, and it's kind of like basically like it's almost like she glides in from the shadows. If my father couldn't stop us, stop our love. And you see Gregorian kind of coming from the pews to the center aisle. What makes you think that you will?
Wait, is Gregorian your father?
What? No, of
Wait,
course
what?
not. He's my lover.
Oh,
My
oh.
father is dead. I killed him.
Oh, that's a confession.
Hey, Countess, we're not here to stop you from loving whoever you want. We're just here to, like, save the people or whatever.
That won't do. See, the people, and she motions to those who are chained to the wall, they feed my garden. They allow me to stay youthful, young, beautiful, just like the other nobles. To be able to be with my love.
Please don't compare yourself to real nobles.
What if you just paid people to, like, come and donate their blood every once in a while, instead of forcing people into servitude that they definitely don't want? There are definitely willing people that would do that for money.
Yeah, kinksters.
Well, I didn't think of that. Neither here nor there. You know the secret now, and we can't let you live.
But actually, what if... Do you know the name Deadwood Cullen?
Oh. Yes. Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I do.
Yes, well, you know, Deadwood could just, like, help you out and get you a network of people that would serve you willingly.
Might be able to negotiate something. Okay. That's not a bad an idea. What are you talking about? Quiet, love. Quiet, love. The adults are talking. Anyway, perhaps. But I still don't trust the rest of you. If you're working with Cullen, I know that technically we're all of the same sort. With the rest of you,
Also,
you
work
would be
with
heroes. This
Cullen.
won't work.
Nope. Also work with Cullen, just as bad as me. These
Love
three
the
are
guy.
the worst three villains I've ever met, actually.
We love Mr. Cullen.
Yes, big fan. Also, really just here to help out and collect Horace here. Make sure he's okay. I'm not super concerned about you.
Oh, well,
Wait.
feel free to take that husk of a being. He's almost dead anyway. Not of use to us anymore. And you see Horace is like barely like reaching out, but like so emaciated, but without like literally no color to his skin. His clothes look like they're just like, you know, like too big for him at this point.
Yeah.
As he's,
Does
like, trying to-
healing hurt vampire spawn?
You can try it out. Try it out.
don't want to kill the guy. I feel bad. I don't want to be like, I got you, bud, and just watch him crumple, look at Sabrina and go, whoops.
I mean, I will say that right now they are still chained up to this wall. It seems like you can try to see if it might do anything, but I mean, at the same time, especially if it has any type of holy capabilities, I don't know. It's risky. You could see maybe.
Yeah, I want to try and heal one of the other ones. I won't do Horus first. I'm gonna go touch one of the other ones, give a little cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Okay. And you do so. And
For 14.
For 14. It seems like you see that the wounds from where they have been like basically prodded to try to like get drained of their vital liquids. You see where it starts to close up. So it seems like it's working a little bit. It's you could tell that this person is basically even worse off than Horus. So it's like it healed them sort of, but this person is still not conscious. This spell.
All right, yeah, I'll give Horus 17.
Okay. And then how much does he get back?
17. No, 17 was how much.
17. Okay, I thought you said you rolled it. Okay, yes. Then yes, you see where your friend is just like kind of breathing in air again. Friend.
Hey, there you are.
Get me out of here, please.
Horace, I have an idea, and I'd like to try to vortex warp him out of his chains.
Okay, let's do it.
So let's this is technically the target. Okay, the target must succeed on a 15 Constitution saving throw. The target can choose to fail.
Okay. Do you want him to fail in order to be able to be out of these chains?
Yes. I would like to.
I can tell you right now, there is no strength in this body. So yes, it does happen.
So I teleport him basically over to like just right behind us. Like this is our little friend behind us.
Okay, yep. And then so you got Horus. So do you guys stay there with the Countess and Gregorian, who looks ready to rumble, or they're willing to let you go since you are now helping with the potential supply?
Yeah, let's GTFO then. I
Yeah,
have no commitment to the other three.
I'm not actually going to like put in a good word. I was just lying. I'm saying this just to you guys above the table. I'm not following up with this. But I am getting out of here ASAP, Rocky.
So be sure to tell Cullen I expect a meeting in order for us to finalize things.
Absolutely so looking forward for you two to get together. He's gonna change your life.
Fantastic. And let him know that I spared you all. You all would have been mincemeat in a matter of minutes. But you lived to tell that you survived.
Incredibly gracious. Wow.
I have ways of knowing if you say anything further and ruin my standing within Hilford. Don't worry, I have lots of ears. There's lots of people who have invested in this endeavor. The nobles. So watch your back. Ta-ta!
Yes, good to know you have standing somewhere still.
You should run along before I take off your entire head.
Yeah, we're gonna run along. We're actually all running along right now.
And yes, you all start exiting with your friend, who is in bad shape. Is technically a vampire now, but you have recovered Horus. And yes, we will go ahead on that note of sort of happy ending. To be determined. Maybe we'll have to do this again sometime to find out what happens next. But thank you all for joining us. Sorry we went a little bit over. for that ending there. But yes, there's still that kind of open-ended whether or not they're going to come back with, now targeting the Countess, or maybe they will do dealings with the Countess. And are they going to somehow find a cure for their friend who seems to be a vampire now? We don't know. But it is still nightfall. Dawn is approaching, so you guys have to move back fast, and you guys are trying to get back. Rai sees that you guys have been kind of bloodied, but still helps you into the carriage as you guys head back to Hilford before the sun goes up and puts your friend in danger. But thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was so much fun.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, shall we tell the people who we are and where they can
Yes.
find us? Let's start with Jewel.
Yes, hello everyone. You can find me online on all the socials at Hello Jewel. I have 2 L's in my name inexplicably. I'd love for you to come chat. And now I must popcorn it to John
Sorry.
John.
I have a pup now.
Oh, hi, Poppy. Hi, everyone. I'm John John. You can find me on socials at BurnJohnJohnBurn on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky Threads. Although on Threads, I think I got in early, so on Blue Sky I got in early, so I'm at John 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 there, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, find me around. Say hi. Love you. I'm so sleepy. Sorry. Love you.
Don't worry.
Popcorn to Klaus.
So everyone, I'm Klaus. You can find me on YouTube as the Dungeon Noob's Guide, and you can find me as Klaus Von H on other socials. Maybe, probably, I don't know. I'm not very active on socials, so best just to find me on YouTube, where I'll teach you how to play games and about stuff. Bree, quick.
Oh, hello everybody. I'm Bree, but most of you guys know me on interwebs as Utahime, Utahime. Utahime cosplay pretty much everywhere except on the app formerly known as Twitter. You can find me at Brianna DeCoster there. I'm up to lots of shenanigans on a weekly basis, especially tabletop related. So follow me on the socials to see what I'm up to next. I am running a Tales of Zadia, the Dragon Prince TTRPG campaign. It's a mini series on the Red Hair Inn on Tuesdays, currently at 6:30 Pacific time. So if you want to see what's going on, we are getting towards the end of our mini series there. So be sure to tune in if you get a chance. Other than that, I will be at MagicCon Vegas, so hope to see you guys at the end of the month. Anyone who's going to be going there, I would love to get in some games with you guys and see you guys. I'm going to be doing a special cosplay, which will be revealed there. So hope to see you there. And thank you guys so much, everyone who was watching and donated, and to the amazing players. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being awesome. And I loved all of your characters. And I wish that we could have went longer, but I was trying to cut it short. So sorry for the speed ending. But thank you so much again, everyone, for joining in. Thank you.
And that leaves me, my friends. Thank you so much for helping us raise $500 for Doctors Without Borders. Truly, truly appreciate it. We met our match from Death Roll Show and Bogus Cheesecake, so that is absolutely fantastic. I just want to talk really quickly about a TTRPG charity bundle that is supporting Dot's RPG project on itch.io. If you go and search the TTRPGs for Accessible Gaming charity bundle, you'll find it. There are over 300 different TTRPGs for you to get your hands on for just a donation of $10 or more, and it is supporting their efforts to create Braille RPG dice, which is really cool to help blind and visually impaired gamers be able to roll their own dice and read them themselves, which is super cool. I also want to talk about Death Roll Show. It is now airing tomorrow on YouTube on the Death Roll Show YouTube. Like John said, it is late and I am tired. There is lots of blood, lots of special effects, and it is a spooky, scary skeleton horror game. So I hope that you enjoy it. And with that being said, thank you all again so much for watching. We truly, truly appreciate it. Bree, thank you so much for DMing this really fun game for us. You were fantastic. Klaus, John, and Jewel, thank you so much for playing. This was so much fun. And I hope you all have a good night and a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.